Welcome to Puro Pinche Sports. I'm your host, Garza, and today it's gonna be a long episode. I'm gonna tell you that right now. It's a long, good ass episode, but it's with my panel today. It's gonna be with Jay Santos. It's gonna be with Arturo Ibarra, and later on we'll be joined by more of the panel. But we'll introduce them as they come because today we're talking about combat sports. We're talking about some UFC fights that happened this past week. We're talking about one of the greatest boxers of all time about to step into the cage for the third time, but it's one of his biggest rivals. But first things first, Jay, how you doing, brother? It's been a minute.
Chilling, working, chilling.
I don't
Same old.
I don't like how you mixed up my phrases. Okay, it's just chilling. I don't like this chilling, working, chilling. That is not how it goes. Art, how you doing?
I'm doing good, man. Tired. Working all day, just ready for this afternoon to talk some sports, baby.
Of course you're tired, bro. You're still carrying all that monsoon that you fucking got drenched on this past Sunday in Chicago.
The good luck weather.
Oh yeah, good luck weather gets you a W, right? So good shit. Unlucky like that guy with the popcorn who had it was all drenched and dumped it over.
Dude, so I know we're gonna talk about this later, but man, Jay, I was actually sitting 3 rows behind that guy, and he was talking smack the whole game. And then we left.
Happened.
And then we left. We just literally got up, and then it just poured right on him, dude. It was
karma.
That's what you get.
That's what you get. All right. So this past Saturday, UFC fights. We had a wild 48 hours before that. Jay, would you say? I mean, just fucking crazy ass shit. So originally, ladies and gentlemen, it was Khamzat Chimaev versus Nate Diaz. The main event was Nate Diaz versus Tony Ferguson. Not because someone got hurt, but because someone came in overweight. So, Jay, before we talk about the fights, talk to me about the 48 hours prior to it. The press conference fight, the weigh-in, the change of everything. Talk to me about your thoughts on all that.
Well, I mean, you know Nate Diaz talks shit. That's what he does all day. Just talk shit all day. And then Chimaev is just some crazy guy who...
Yeah, gangsta.
He can talk shit because he backs it up, obviously. But they just were... It was just a banter back and forth. And then they went behind, obviously, the curtain where everybody walks in to weigh in. There was a big argument between Nate and them. And then Kevin Holland's team got in. And it was just like a big old snowball of everything.
So overall, I think me, you, and a lot of people, except Art, because Art said that he was disappointed the fight changed. We felt that this fight should have maybe never been done. It would have been a fun fight, but where they're at in their career is probably not the right place, not the right time. Especially with Khamzat coming off a win over like the number 2, number 3 welterweight contender in the world. Now fighting Nate Diaz, whereas Nate just lost to Leon Edwards and yada.
I like Nate. I think Nate is really funny. He's entertaining, but he's old as far as his career goes. He's an older fighter, so it's pointless for Chimaev to fight him. Like, what is he going to do? And then, honestly, Kevin Holland got the shit end of that stick. Nate got Tony, which was a better matchup. Leach got screwed too, but Holland got the worst possible setup for that. Kudos to him for going out and fighting. We kind of know how that was going to end anyway, but that was the worst decision for them to put him against him.
Right. So, Art, originally it's Daniel Rodriguez versus Kevin Holland. It's Leach Jiangling versus Tony Ferguson. And it's Khamzat versus Nate Diaz. You see everything change. I'm texting you. You're like, I can't believe all this shit is happening. What the fuck is going on? You get the final results, and you think it's a better card or a worse card now.
So I told you, I thought not that it was a worse card, man. It's just I think we were pumped up just because of all the trash talk, and I just wanted to see people get down. But I think what I was more shocked about was the fact that this guy just missed weight, and then during the weigh, and he was just like, "Fuck it, I don't give a shit." Like, whatever. I'm not gonna. It's. I guess at the end, and we've had this talk, and I know Jay has been part of those conversations. Also, it's about the respect, man. And like, if you're doing this, like, this is what you love. You love fighting. You love doing football. You love doing whatever the fuck you want to do, man. Like, just be respectful towards your time that you're putting, like your coaches, the other people we were fighting against. Like, they're cutting down, they're making adjustments to actually make the fight, and then you're just saying like whatever.
You're a professional too.
Exactly. So to me, that was the biggest shock. That it was just like, all right, we saw it with the champ. He missed his weigh-in by freaking
£0.5
nothing. And they stripped him of the belt, and they were like, nah, whatever, you still get to fight, but whatever, like, you get stripped off. What did they do for this guy? You miss fight, let's rearrange all the fights together, let's put something up together to entertain people still. Like, I think
let's detail what
BS,
happened,
man.
exactly. So Hamza comes in, weighs in 178.5. He's supposed to at least make 171 minimum. He doesn't do that, obviously. He's fucking 7.5 pounds over. Nate Diaz and everyone else who made their weights for what they signed for, they're good. Nate said, you know what? Fuck it. I'm not going to fight this guy. One, you've already set me up to fail. That's what the UFC wants, how his chemistry is with the UFC. And second, paraphrasing his words, this motherfucker, fake ass wannabe, is over here overweight as fuck coming in. Nah, I'm not doing that shit. And in his contract, every right. So Nate has every right to decline that shit, to not put himself at even a more disadvantage. He was already probably going to take an L. No offense to Nate. We all respect and love him. But he was going to take an L, a finished L too, because Hamza is not going to go 5 rounds with him. Everyone's seen how he goes. He's not trying to go 5 rounds with you. He's trying to finish you quickly, not being paid by the hour. So he declines. So now Dana White, Hunter Campbell, the lawyer for the UFC, is like fucking scrambling, trying to get everything done right to fix up the card. And it's like, all right, well, he has beef with Kevin Holland. Kevin Holland has a 180-pound fight. So you know what? Why don't we go ahead and do that? But because it's Hunter Campbell and not Dana White, Hunter's going to be like, oh, well, I got to pay these guys more because now I'm making everything change for them 24 hours rather than like a few days notice or weeks notice. Now I got to pay them all more to even just stay on the card. So who can I get Nate Diaz to fight? Oh, well, Tony Ferguson, he's got to fight at, fucking 170. So he made weight. So you know what? Let's go ahead and put Tony versus Nate, Hamza versus Holland. And I don't know what to do with Daniel Rodriguez and, Leach. But you know what? Let's go put them together. 10-pound difference, 170 pounds versus 180 pounds. It's just fucking madness. And look, props to the fighters who, after all the bullshit that happened, stepped up and took it. Now, obviously, I think they all got pay raises. Dana White would go on and say that's not true. They had contracts, but shut the fuck up. You had nothing to do with that. That was all Hunter Campbell. We saw Leach versus Rodriguez. That was the first of the 3 fights, Jay. Leach, in our opinion, won because he was a more aggressive fighter. He was, pushing the pace more often. But the judges, 2 of them went the other way. They said, Rodriguez, your thoughts on the fight that was between a middleweight and a welterweight?
It's ridiculous because honestly, and I'll even touch on Chimaev too, they weigh in at, say, 180, right? Leach weighed in 170. When you go to fight, I guarantee you he was weighing closer to like 185.
195.
Same with like Chimaev. I guarantee he was 10 pounds over what he was.
Mm-hmm.
So for them to throw people into this shit of, hey, just fight because you have a contract, no, that's bullshit. Now I'm fighting a completely different weight class when I shouldn't have been. I did it just because I want to fight and I want the ability to, grow. But you're fighting people out of your weight class. That's ridiculous. There's no way in hell you should have done that. But Leach, I think Leach won that. I rewatched that fight twice, and I didn't really see anything significant from Rodriguez at all. He was throwing some stuff, and it was just kind of like, meh, whatever.
Yeah. It was just like, jabbing and kind of like pushing back, kind of a little bit aggressive, and not really too much. Like almost like he didn't, it's one of those things where you're coming back from injury after a long layoff, then you already have a short, fight scheduled, and then it's changed around again. It's tough for Rodriguez. All right, when you saw them in the cage, you got this guy who is fucking thicker, bigger, because he's a middleweight at 180 versus this little guy at 170, and he's pushing the pace more often. What do you see in that interaction?
I mean, when it's the little guy doing that, he has that fighting spirit, man. Like he wanted that, and especially just because of everything that happened with the cards, he's like, all right, you're putting me to fight a heavier person. You know, I'm gonna show you that I can do it, but at the end of the day, I don't think it was fair. Like the other guy just looked a little bit slower, and yeah, of course, like I think the fight should have gone the other way though. But I think at the end of the day, you know, props for them making what they did work for that day, because they would have lost a lot of money though. But I just think at the end of the day, I just think it was kind of fucked up that they had to rearrange all the cards just to make one person happy though.
Oh, it wasn't really one person happy because he fucked it up. I mean, no one else needed to readjust themselves for him, right? It was Dana and Hunter and everyone in the UFC like begging, like, "Fuck, guys, can you stay? Nate, can you not leave back to California to smoke weed and all this shit? Can you please stay and save this shitty card? Because we didn't put no titles on this card because we said you guys will be the headliner, you know." It is what it is on that. So we think Leach got robbed. I mean, came in at 170. You know, didn't get to go to the press conference where he's able to speak and answer questions. He's been practicing his English, so he's kind of disappointed. He bought this new fresh ass suit, and all that gets blown out. So Leach is the real hero of UFC 279. That's just all I want to say right here, right now. All right, co-main
uncrowned
event.
hero.
Right. All right, Jay. Co-main event: Hamza Chimaev versus Kevin Holland. Describe it.
What a fucking shit show. They had Kevin Holland go in there who doesn't wrestle at all. He doesn't wrestle. He almost got choked out his last fight. He was good because he got his arm in the way, but he doesn't fucking wrestle. Chimaev is like the most elite wrestler right now. Like he's insane. You know, put this guy up against him. I'm like, okay. The thing that annoyed me was the glove touch. That shit annoyed the hell out of me. Like, I get it. Y'all had beef, whatever. You show mutual respect in the cage, right? You go and you touch gloves regardless if you don't like that person or not. He faked it, whatever, took him down, and it was game over from there. You're not going to beat him on the ground.
So here's the thing. I don't know if you saw it, Jay, and maybe I did, or I don't know, but when the refs tell you dap up, cool, that's it. Now the fighters have a choice, right? When they get pushed back to their respective corners, one can go like this, like dap up again, like once we set the fight. I saw Kevin Holland do it. I saw him go back and do this. I didn't see Chimaev respond. I didn't. I don't know. Maybe if he did, maybe you caught it. I didn't. But I didn't catch him, responding back and saying, "Oh, hey, man, I'm gonna go ahead and dap you up." So when Kevin Holland's moving in and wanting to dap up, because I didn't see Chimaev do it, I'm like, "Oh, fair game. Whatever happens next."
Because I mean, it's a fight at the end of the day, right?
Right.
Like,
yeah.
You should be prepared that he's gonna take you down. You should know that. You've seen him fight before. It's a cheap thing as far as like amongst fighters, right? If you're a fighter, that's like unspoken rule, right? You dap up, whatever. If you don't, you don't, whatever. You already know how Chimaev is. Dude's fucking crazy.
So let's explain it. So he goes for the dap up, Kevin Holland does, and then freaking instantly Hamzat fucking moves his hips and fucking goes in for that fucking double leg takedown, gets it immediately, puts on a Darce. I mean, Kevin Holland has a chance to escape. He does, gets taken down again, but the position of the Darce never really gets let go. He is on that tight, and eventually, just like a minute or so in, 2 minutes in, tap out. It's over. Kevin Holland never got a chance to strike, never got a chance to really get into the fight at all, because he was fighting a striker, and then 24 hours later he fights a wrestler. Art, give me your thoughts on the whole fight.
I just go back to the same thing, I think missing the weigh-in, the disrespect there, and then the glove touch, just like Jay was saying, it's one of those things that.
So in y'all's fair opinion, do y'all think he missed weight on purpose? Like he said, fuck it, after the press conference brawl, he said, fuck y'all, I ain't gonna fucking cut weight no more. Is that what y'all's thoughts are?
So not like he did it on purpose though, and then yet again, we don't know the backstory behind it. His coach came out and said, "Oh, he was shaking, he was having muscle spasms, blah blah blah." This and this. When it comes to that point, like it's the health of the fighter. But yet again, how long has he had to prepare for this fight? That's my thing right there. If you've had a good amount of time to actually prepare for it, cut down weight, and you still were that much overweight that the night before you're like, oh shit, I need to cut all that. Like that's not water weight. Like you're not gonna cut that freaking water weight, especially when all you have is fucking like muscle mass.
Well, so going into the fight week, I think by the time that he made it to fight week in Vegas, he had only lost 6 pounds. DC Daniel Cormier was very judgmental about that, so he only lost 6 pounds in that time frame. So by the time, not knowing what he walks around, I think he probably walks around maybe about 195. He's a very lengthy man, maybe 200. So like to cut as much weight as he needs to, he fights at middleweight. He fights at welterweight. He is a professional. What I told Jay on Saturday is like this guy has fought a long time in 2 different weight classes, and he does this now. Hamza kept saying the doctor was the one that told him stop cutting. That's not true. After all, the coach admits that he was the one that told him to stop cutting. Too many different stories, nothing to really believe. Dana White was pissed. He had a closed meeting with Hamzat. Overall, even though he wins, it's a fight at 180. Where does this put him in the title picture for the welterweight title? Because there's really nothing left for, really as a clear number 1 contender for Leon Edwards. Sorry, I forget who's the champion. Goddamn, Leon Edwards. So, Art, response.
So I think fighting wise, I think he should be one of those contenders though. But I think he should fight Colby though first. I think that might be a good fight just to kind of throw him in there. I don't think he's faced anyone that's gonna put up a fight with his type of style, the momentum that he brings to the fights. I think he should fight Colby. And then if he beats him, then you know what? Give him the title shot. That's me saying after what he did. Because if he's gonna miss weight over and over and over again, man, like this is not a guy that I would want to have signed if he's just gonna kind of be showing that kind of disrespect before fight night. That's just me though, but I think he should fight Colby.
Jay, your thoughts?
I think he's lazy. I think he's on that Khabib shit where he's like, whatever, it's weight. What are they gonna do? Take my money? I don't care about the money. I care about the fight. Cool, yeah. That's great. But you have to care about the whole thing as a whole, right? You got to be able to cut weight, come in at the weight that you agreed to. Nobody cares what you weigh in the day of the fight. You've seen it plenty of times before where people weigh in what they're supposed to weigh, come in way bigger the next time they fight. It's fine. But you come in at the weight you agreed to. That's the whole point. Because if it were that case, cool. Then have him fight Ngannou and be like, cool, well, it's just weight, right? You don't care. You just want to fight. Then it's a whole different story. Because now you're fighting completely different weight classes. You're fighting complete different competition. Like, it's not fair. And I think for him to be even in discussion of title shot, you got to be on top of it. If you're going to give Charles shit about half a pound, you need to give him a lot of shit for damn near 10 pounds.
Yeah, I think it's absolutely right. Like overall, you're a professional. You signed a contract. You need to come in at the weight. And we saw many times that the Khabib and Tony Ferguson fight got canceled because there was issues on Khabib's side. Sometimes issues on Tony's side. But like I think there was one time that Khabib passed out, got concussed because he fell backwards in the tub while trying to lose weight and all this shit. So. I mean,
who do they think they are? Patty, dude? Like, come on. Like, we've had that conversation before. Like, Patty does those crazy, insane, like, cutouts.
But Patty's not they have a culture. The Dagestanians have their own culture, like, as far as different. Like, they're mental. Like Jay said, it might be a lot of pride more than Patty. Patty is fucking stupid and insane. I don't think Patty should be really doing what he's doing. But he's also not fighting at the same level as those guys are, right? He's on the up and coming. We're talking about the number 3 welterweight contender right now. We're talking about the former lightweight champion. 2 different scenarios versus where Patty is a guy who is trying to climb up the ranks to get to the top 15. It's a one story like when you're going up on top and you're not as crisp or clean what you're supposed to be. But there's another when you're the top 3 fighter in the world and you're being a selfish prick.
It shouldn't come down to 10 pounds, though. You know what I mean? Like, you shouldn't be trying to cut 10 pounds
the night before
weigh-in. Like, cool. Charles was like, I need to cut 2-3 pounds. Cool. That's doable.
Well, Charles was robbed by the scales. Like,
for sure.
Okay, so we'll go there.
But you can cut that amount of weight, right?
They got their own thoughts on the fights. All right, so
they did not like that, man.
They did not like Jay's thoughts at all. So, Art, what are your thoughts on the rest of it?
It's just like Jay said, like it's one of those things of like 3 pounds, 2 pounds, like okay, that's some water weight, some extra thing that you have to like lose, but like 10 pounds, man, like that's freaking crazy. Like that's yet again, it's just the disrespect towards your career, man, towards the thing that you love. And yet again, I agree with Jay, man. I think he's kind of lazy. He's on that Khabib shit, but like, you know what? If he did it, why can't I do it? He's not Khabib, man. And we don't know if he's gonna be Khabib, but for him to be Khabib, man, like it's gonna take a while for him to get the type of fighting that he did. So that's my thought on him. I think it was just pure disrespect on it at the end of the day.
It was. I mean, overall, like you signed a bout, and then you fuck up, and then you're talking shit to Nate Diaz. You're talking shit to the fans, and blah 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 blah. Dude, you fucked up. No one else fucked up. Nate may wait for his shit. He didn't want to fight you. He knows that the UFC is trying to serve you up, serve him up as on a platter for him to get an easy win. That's, he knew that, but you have the nerve to be like, oh, well, Nate doesn't want to fight me. Well, no shit, Sherlock. You came in 7 pounds overweight, you fat fuck. Like, goddamn. Like, obviously, he's not a fat fuck. He's a very healthy man, for the most part. But still, I mean, goddamn. Like, you can't talk your shit after the fight. Call the man you're supposed to fight a coward when you're the one that didn't make the weight. So there's that. We talked enough about Hamza. Now let's talk about the legacy fight. It's a legend and icon in Nate Diaz. Never been a champion, but he's one of the most popular guys in the fucking roster. Fighting now Tony Ferguson, another popular guy who, unfortunately, a run of bad luck up until his losing streak starting in 2020 caused him to go, his career to go the opposite way, a full 180. Jay, welcome back. Your thoughts on watching Nate Diaz, Tony Ferguson, a crazy, slow, old stylistic fight, and the things that they did. Like, describe to me your thoughts on what you saw when you saw the leg kicks, the shin swelling, when you saw the shin bleeding. Tell me your thoughts, Jay, on that, on those aspects of the fight.
I mean, Nate can take a beating, like, fuck, guy can take an ass whooping, but I thought Tony looked sloppy. Like he's normally pretty, all over the place, but he looked fucking terrible this fight. I don't know what the fuck it was. If he was just, it's a whatever fight trying to come back. I don't know if he's still recovering from that fucking face kick. I don't know. He looked horrible. If Nate Diaz makes you look like you ain't shit, that's bad. Like, Nate's a good jiu-jitsu fighter. Nate is not a striker like that. And he lumped up Tony all day. And I was very surprised with that fight.
All right, your thoughts on the fight?
Man, I think he looked like Nate Diaz, like he was that fun fighter that we like to see. Like the thing that cracked me up, man, was the point where he just starts walking. He's like, all right, man, I don't give a shit. Like, if other people can do it, I'm just going to take a breather. I'm going to put my hands on the fence and just kick you away. But that 4th round, right after when he came back with his boxing, man, he shut the mouth of Ferguson, man. Like it was his freaking like boxing style. Like he has the stamina to just throw punches back and forth all day, man.
What were
So
y'all? What was y'all's thoughts when Tony started throwing the leg kicks and the shin of Nate Diaz is swelling up bad? I mean, he's forced to fight, orthodox style rather than southpaw, and you see Nate Diaz buckle bad, like he's about to drop, like he can't stand, and then the switch came. And Diaz goes into what his big brother does best, and he does the old Diaz shtick where he starts taunting, whether it's leaning on the cage, just like, turning his back to his opponent, just chilling, whatever. Tony arguably had him, and Diaz starts doing it. And for whatever reason, Tony starts playing with it and not taking the fight as serious for him to win, like as he, in my opinion, was starting to take control. Like, Jay, what were your thoughts? Because I was texting you, and I just want to like get your reaction again to it. As like, dude, Diaz had to throw his shtick, and it took the fight's momentum the whole opposite way.
Tony fucked himself up too with the first leg kick. He did fuck himself up, and he couldn't stand completely on that leg.
Yeah,
but that kick, when you saw Nate like kind of scream or whatever you want to call it, I thought he was going to just attack him. I thought he was going to jump on him right there. That didn't happen.
Yeah.
He just like stopped, and it was fine. Like it was almost like he didn't want to fight him after that. And then Nate did his whole little thing and then choked him the fuck out. Like how is that possible? I don't understand.
It was crazy because, and then the corner at the end of the third, going into the fourth, is telling him, Art. They're telling him, take Diaz down. I'm sorry, do you forget that's a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu right there? Are you forgetting who Nate Diaz is? And just because he likes to stand and bang doesn't mean he's forgotten his roots. It doesn't mean he's forgotten the skills, to grapple and do what he needs to do. So, Art, what was your reaction when Tony goes straight for the takedown and really with one arm, a guillotine choke to tap him out because he flexes like this? So your thoughts, Art?
Man, it was fucking hilarious though. The fact that, and I think the conference afterwards, it was just like, he's like, oh, this motherfucker became a wrestler now. It's like, okay, this is what Nate Diaz does. And if you're just gonna go half-ass into try to have a takedown, like I would have just continued with the leg. The leg's beat up, continue with the leg, get him on the ground and get him like beat up. Like, but don't go for the takedown against a black belt, man. Like, come on. And then a half-ass takedown with that. It was.
Oh, I mean, I thought
man.
Diaz essentially pulled guard for the most part and said, "You know what? Hey, let's go, bitch!" Like,
yeah,
I choked out Conor McGregor. I'll choke you out too. It don't fucking matter. I'll put your lights out quick. So overall, I mean, that fight's over. Tony's on a 5-fight losing streak. Shell of himself. He's not really there anymore. Nate Diaz is no longer under contract with the UFC. What's next for both of them? Art, I'll start with you.
I mean, like I said, Nate is a fun fighter to watch. I don't know what they're going to do, and I don't even know if they're going to try to keep him, try to give him another contract. He did say he wants to go and start his own shit and actually pay fighters and make actual real fights happen. So we'll see what he does. I think this is going to be on Dana regarding like whether he wants to keep him, whether he wants to pay him. But I think he just wants to take a little bit of break. He said on the conference, I just want to take a break and then later in the future do my thing and come back. So
15-year vet in the UFC. Jay, what does he do next? What does Nate Diaz do?
I think Dana's going to realize that he fucked up. Because even though Nate is not a great fighter, Nate brings in people to watch that shit. Because he talks so much before the fight. And he does things like he did in his last fight. Just off-the-wall shit that you see nobody do. I think he'll get a contract signed. But he does want to do this whole YouTube boxing bullshit, whatever.
Do you think he's going to fight Jake Paul?
If he makes it past Anderson, I guess.
There's still Logan Paul.
I mean, it's just a paycheck at the end of the day for him. Because, he's not the greatest fighter ever, right? He's entertaining, but his record is not the greatest. He didn't beat really anybody that's all that great, minus Connor. But Connor came back and redeemed himself on that one. So,
Man, if I had a choice, I'd say I want to see at least Dana say, you know what, I'm gonna give you $10 million. Give me the trilogy with Connor. Then you're, one fight contract. And I'll see you. I want
what if
that
he beats
trilogy.
Connor though?
I want that contract. You know what? Fight. You have a 2-fight win streak. Fight Leon.
So
Fight for the welterweight title.
Beats Connor, goes and fights Leon again,
Yeah.
and stumbles Leon 5th round and then doesn't do shit.
But dude, okay, so 24 minutes he got beat up. Like what do you want him to do? Like run after him?
I would. That's money.
If you could, I think if he could have, he would have. I mean, I think he was like, dead, and he was like, he suckers him, and then he's like, ha, and that was the last of his energy.
to pick up his arm point. That was it. No step to that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I think he's gonna, like, Dana's gonna lose a lot of.
But it's a lot of money on the table if you don't book McGregor DS3. I think that's a lot of money. I think that could be the biggest UFC payday. Like dead ass. Like, even though they're both not where they were at the time anymore, right? A lot of years have passed by. A lot of shit has gone down. Like we're talking about DS McGregor 3. 1 and 2 was already like big enough. Like you mentioned the third. Oh fuck, let's go.
Who are you taking though?
McGregor.
Even with his bum leg.
Well, I mean, it's almost been a year, or it's already been over a year since pop. But I think McGregor, getting his sloppy toppy on his yacht, is. I think he could get the. You saw the video. Like pendejo posted it like a dumbass, and then it's like, oh no, I didn't do that.
God.
But anyways, I think McGregor wins that one. But anyways, let's move on from the UFC card. Let's quickly preview one of the. I don't know. It's really doesn't feel like it's a big. I mean, it's big, but it's a trilogy between Saul Canelo Alvarez versus. I'm not gonna even try to say Triple G's full name. They're gonna have a trilogy fight, and it doesn't feel like the biggest thing in the world. Art, is that a lot more to do because Canelo's coming off a loss?
So I don't know, and we've had this talk before. I don't know if it was the right thing for him to take this one. It's gonna be.
Would you have preferred the rematch with Bivol? Because it was gonna be this or that. It was one or the other. That was what he signed for.
Canelo looked like shit, man. Whenever he fought Bivol, man, and he didn't look himself. He just wasn't chasing him. Like he was not that he chases people. He wasn't like stalking his prey. He wasn't even boxing, man. But I think this fight is gonna be. I said it last time. If Canelo loses, I think this is it for him. I don't think it's worth him losing it. I don't think he will. But yet again, if he plays and fights the same way that he fought with Bivol, man, like I want Triple G to knock his ass out and just knock some sense into him.
Jay, your thoughts, man?
Knocking out Canelo. Canelo got a chin of granite. That's a tough task. I mean,
Bivol didn't even finish him. I don't even think Bivol really damaged him. He just got the points.
That's honestly how you would beat him, right? That's how Floyd beat him. Just point him out.
Jay, remind me, has Canelo been dropped since the Floyd fight?
I don't think so. Not that I can remember off the top of my head. I'd have to research it a little bit, but I don't think he has. He's a fairly smart fighter. He's got good head movement, but if he stays on the same path that he was on his last fight, I don't think he even gives Triple G a problem, because Bivol walked him. Like, it was an easy fight. That wasn't shit. That was supposed to be his hardest fight probably ever, and he just walked all over Canelo.
Canelo, I was at Marco's graduation party when I saw the fight between Canelo and Bivol, and there was a big crowd, good crowd there, good sized crowd there, and we were saying, or at least I was saying, I was like, he doesn't look right. I know you said earlier, like off screen before we got on, you said he usually is aggressor. You know, Canelo's usually takes the first 3 rounds off to really test his opponents. But from the get go, I feel like he was trying to find an opening and never found it. So is Bivol, because of his style and everything, just a different breed that he hasn't figured out yet? And two, does he? If he wins this fight with Triple G, does he take the Bivol rematch and does he find that method to finally get there?
I think you'd have to, right? Like if he beats Triple G, you have to go for your title again.
Yeah.
But do you do it at Bivol's weight or do you do it at your weight?
Well,
he's the champ. I mean,
well, they're both champs. To be fair, he's the undisputed champ for his weight class, while Bivol has only one title from his weight class. But I mean, it's really tough to say. I mean, they could have a rematch for no titles. I mean, they're just champions because Canelo doesn't really deserve it per se for that weight class. But I mean, I don't know. Like I've already taken away Canelo off the argument for GOAT. He can never be that no more because of the loss of Bivol. But we saw how he was with the first fight with Triple G. Didn't look great. Got a tie. You know, I think he lost that one. But he looked better in the second fight and won. So, and by the way, do you think Triple G is more towards the end of his career? Like he hasn't really looked bad, but he is older. Like how bad are we seeing this right now?
I don't think he's all that bad. Like I think he'd be fine. He's definitely older, but so is Loma. Loma's old too, as far as the fighter goes. So, I mean, I think
right now he's 40. He is in his 40s now.
If he's older, I wouldn't say that he's going to be what he used to be, because I don't think that's possible for him.
Yeah,
his body just doesn't react the same way. But if he beats Canelo, fuck it, keep fighting. Who cares?
I mean, Canelo, since that last fight with Triple G, has had 8 fights versus only 4 fights for Triple G. So there's definitely a big difference there. So, all right. I mean, we've talked enough there. Hopefully we get a good fight card this weekend. Let's transition over to the NFL. Let's transition over to talking about week 1. And for that, let me introduce to y'all our boys. Let me introduce to y'all to Trigger Trey Parker. What is up, Trey?
What's up, guys? How y'all doing?
What's up, man? How you doing?
Good.
Same thing, different day, baby.
All right, and that's not all, ladies and gentlemen. We're bringing the OG. He is hopping in for his first panel in ever. So here is Marco. What's up, brother?
Guys?
What's up, Marco?
Jay, Marco, Trey, Art. It's week 1 has come and gone. Predictions pretty much 500 or at best for all of us. Give me your overall thoughts. I'll start with you, Trey. Give me your overall thoughts of week 1, without getting into specifics of any games. What was your overall summary of, week 1?
I'll keep it simple. Week 1 was weird as fuck. A lot of weird things happened. Just leave it at that.
Hey, man, how come you boys ain't got no love for us, man?
We'll talk about that in a little bit.
Yeah, we'll talk about
Oh, man, y'all doing them dirty like that.
Good. Marco, your summary of week 1.
Man, shit show.
Shit show. I mean,
A shit show with a shit show that became anticlimactic and then became pretty good on Monday because the Broncos lost.
Wow.
Hey, Trey, I'm with you, dog. My team lost too.
The division rivalry is real right now. We have a Raiders, a Chargers, and a Chiefs fan. Wow, no Chargers. Or Broncos. I say Chargers for Trey. I meant Broncos.
It's okay.
My bad.
I took the Chargers last week, so it's okay.
Wow, that's fake. That's fake.
I know. Art chose the Broncos. Yeah, to win it all.
Touche. It's only week 1, bro. It's only week 1.
Art, you went to Chicago. Your overall summary on just the experience and then what you saw the rest of week 1.
Man, I think that just having the chance to go back to Chicago and go to like Soldier Field, I think that's one of the oldest stadiums, man. And I think it would be the same thing going to Lambeau Field, or if you guys were supposed to go to your significant teams, man. It's just the atmosphere of walking, like just walking into the stadium and then not hearing anything like outside, but as you start walking in, like you start hearing like the rumbling, and then as soon as you get to your seat, it's just like freaking loud, man. Like you start feeling all the energy.
Was that from the fans or from all the rain?
So here's the funny thing, man. So we got there Saturday and it didn't rain at all. It was like perfect. And then on Sunday we wake up and it's like drizzling, just that annoying drizzle that we get here in San Antonio. It just gets everything wet. And right before we start going out to the game, man, it just starts pouring. So that was a crazy thing. The walk there was fun. We didn't really get rained on until we left the stadium. But man, everyone's saying that it was a freaking monsoon. It was not as bad as people thought. Like,
What?
honestly,
I saw
man,
videos of flooding.
No.
Bro, they were
but that was
sweeping the
after.
water off the field, B.
Yeah, but that was after.
Yeah.
Like, that was the point. Like, so that's what I meant by like that annoying rain. Like, it was just overly rain, and
The field was drenched the whole game.
No.
It was
Yes,
drenched.
but it was
It
not
wasn't
rain the whole game.
So the showers weren't that bad. It was
You'd rather
honestly
snorkel here.
the preparation. Yeah, it was the preparation. I think the preparation of the field got them, and
They
the
weren't
way they set up
expecting
the
rain,
drainage.
man.
Yeah, it was a bad timing of everything.
Well,
I
this is
think
their
they should've
first year
rained.
with turf, right? If
Yeah.
I'm not mistaken. So, I mean,
Yeah.
Yep.
So
they
that's
need a
good.
drainage system of some kind.
Yeah, they need to figure that out because
It
things
was-
shouldn't be puddling like that. Even if you unless you got like that type of rain wasn't enough to start puddling something that has good drainage. Does that make sense?
Well, that's why
Yeah.
they want to. That's why they want to move to Arlington. That's
Well,
the thing.
and like the
there's no
Broncos,
plan.
you know, they have, and I'm sure others do too, but they have like heaters basically under their turf. So when it snows, instead of the water and everything sitting, it heats the snow up so it melts down, and then they have drainage. It's
Yeah,
sick.
man. Soldier Field's not like that, man.
Yeah, I know.
It's
That's
a no.
what- I
It's a
think they
no
should figure that
fucking
out,
chill, man.
Y'all need a dome. Y'all need a dome.
So that's what they're
They're
saying.
going
They're
to.
thinking about going to Arlington. There's a lot of
Look at all
controversy
these
on that.
weak ass teams going to
But-
domes. Fucking
but
losers. Can't take
that's
a
the thing,
pilot
like,
anymore.
I know there was a
Let's
lot of
see.
talk of saying that the Bears that should have lost because of 49ers and the rain game, but come on, man, that's real football though. Like,
Yeah.
if you think about it, that's real fucking football.
Well,
Packers
it's-
They
playing
gave you a
Canelo.
fire pick with all that rain, though.
Well, let's go all in onto the Niners visiting the Bears, Art, since we're already on that topic. You know, it's a shit show game. Essentially, it's a heavy run game because the weather's really affecting it. So, like you said, it's dirty football. You know, definitely old school ways. You know, got to run the ball much, but really the ball's not moving. You know, anywhere really. And I think we only have like a 10-0, 7-0 score at the end of the first. So it's not really moving along
7.
well. But then, you know, something clicks for the Bears, or maybe the Niners just got tired and lazy and there's open, you know, spots. Justin Fields has to make some plays. He doesn't play well, only throws for 121 yards and is suddenly making plays and touchdowns. So, Art, your thoughts on what the game was from beginning to end? What is all 60 minutes for you?
Dude, so I guess my first like not prediction, but like my first thing as watching the game there, and you know, like they had their good runs. I was like, all right, they're getting there, man. By halfway, I was like, what the hell is Eberflus doing, dude? Like, this is Nagy's like game plan from last year. Like, did they just recycle the same thing? Like, what the hell's going on? And then they scored the first touchdown. So I was like, okay, that was a little bit different. Like, you're actually getting him to run out of the pocket. He's not waiting as much. He's making his reads, and he could have run that first touchdown, but instead he lobbed that pass to Pettis, and that was a good throw. Like, he didn't have to like shotgun that ball into him. Like, he just
51 yarder.
Hey, run it in. Do your job. Trey Lance looked good at the beginning. It's the 49ers, man. That's what they were going to do. They were going to run. The throws that he did to Debo and to Ayuk, they were good short throws, but he looked off. Like, it looked like the pressure that the defense was putting on the 49ers, it was getting to him. And then we saw a whole scheme change in the second half. I think at the end of the day, man, I think the Bears planned for that. I don't think that since a lot of people knew what the Bears was going to bring offensively or defensively, I think they baited him. They baited the 49ers to play the Bears game, not the 49ers game. And we saw that with Eberflus whenever he played Colts against the 49ers last season. He baited them to play the Colts game, not the 49ers. And that's where I think the Bears beat them. Now, I'm not saying they're going to win the Super Bowl or anything. I want to see what they do against the Packers. Because the Packers...
You did say the Packers would get last in the division, so very bold statement.
And, hey, I know they lost their first game. It was a shit show. Like Marco said, it was a fucking shit show, man. Like, I like making those stupid bold predictions, man. It just keeps things interesting, especially in the comment section. But but overall, man, like I think at the end of the day, like the big test is gonna be next week against the Packers. If they're able to do, or maybe just not lose as bad, not have Aaron Rodgers own Chicago though, like I think that's gonna be their true test. See how they can do against a pissed off Packers that they lost bad against the Vikings last week. I think this is gonna be the true test. If they win or if they make something, I think that's gonna be better.
It'll be good to have your owner in town, Aaron Rodgers. So we'll see what happens.
I mean, he does smoke a little ayahuasca, dude. Like
your owner. That was good.
So we'll see what happens.
It's still on their Wikipedia page.
Overall, man, I think it was a great game. Like that second half, Lance just did not look like the guy that they should have had. He did look bad, man.
Did he look like a rookie on his first start?
Honestly, man, I think he looked worse out of the quarterback class that got drafted last year. Like Trevor Lawrence, like he made the step up. Mac Jones looked better. Fields looked a lot more comfortable inside the pocket. Trey Lance just looked like he was scattered. Like he looked like Kyler Murray last week.
This is also just his first game for his first year as a starter for the team, whereas the other guys different story. Justin Fields get like the second half of the year, but that's still a lot more games than Trey did. Trevor Lawrence got the whole year. Mac Jones got the whole year. Davis Mills got the whole year. Zach Wilson, over there sucking off his mom's friend's titties. He got the whole year.
Okay.
But I mean, goddamn, like we're talking about Trey Lance, who got the fucking Trey Young hair and is, fucking barely getting a real shot. So I'm not gonna say he looked worse. I know you said he's not the guy, he's not him. I know you said that. I don't know if you meant it jokingly or you said it on the comment section of Fantasy Football, but I don't think we could really evaluate this one game. From what we saw, it looked bad, the weather. So it's not.
I was about to say the weather definitely affected him. Honestly,
it's not real fair to say. Yeah. I want to see him how he does the full year. I don't want to just say, oh, he's a bum from the start. Like,
but here's the thing, though. I don't think the weather had anything to do with it, though.
Go ahead, Marco.
Wait.
Hold on. What did Dark just say?
Like, I don't think the weather had a lot to do with both. Like, both quarterbacks were starting in a new offense, like with an actual offense that was getting planned behind them. Like the weather was bad.
You just admitted the field was shit.
Meteorologist Marco, does the weather matter?
No. Listen to this. There was no wind. That's the thing.
What the fuck does the wind matter?
But you got water.
You have no balance on the floor.
I dare you to go try and run through the beach with this much water while playing football or something. And now I'm just saying,
ran the ball.
Don't even go there. Just run through the sand. I guarantee you won't catch the same ball you would catch if you ran.
Hell no. That definitely makes sense.
Bro,
you're fucking out of pocket.
Have you ever ran with water on turf? Like puddles of water on turf.
Dude, I've played soccer on turf. I've played soccer while you're running.
You feel like you're gonna slip. Yeah, soccer's a good example. You feel like you're gonna slip every second.
Though.
Wait.
Here's the thing.
Let Marco go. Go ahead, Marco.
Yeah. Anyways, what I was gonna say, whether water sucks. All right, that's all I'm gonna say. But regardless of the situation, I think if I'm the coach of the 49ers, why wouldn't I run the ball more? You have a QB that's obviously falling under whatever the pressure with Jimmy still being there and him being the starter, him not playing well the first half. You're already talking about not already playing well. It's raining. Like, why not run the ball more? Like, That was my whole thing when watching the game is why aren't we running the ball more, or why aren't they running the ball more? And I think with the weapons you have, especially with Debo and everybody, they were trying to run it, but not the same way as as you would expect from a Shanahan offense. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
I think he really just wanted to test Lance.
I think
But at
that's
the
what it
same
was.
time, how are you going to test them under that condition?
Yeah.
That's my thing.
First off, I want to say Bobby Boucher would be mad at you, Marco. Okay, because water doesn't suck. Secondly, I totally agree because I think that they were putting too much pressure on him instead of just taking the conditions that it was in and saying, look, it's his first game. He's new to the game itself. The weather sucks. Let's try and work with him. They just kind of threw him out there and said, do your thing. And it didn't work out well.
I mean, I think. I mean, Art, I know you were there. I know you had fun. I think you're super happy for the game, but god damn it, you're not gonna tell me that fucking shit did not affect him at all. I mean, hold on.
That's the
hold
thing,
on.
man. Like, I'm not saying it didn't affect him
Look
at
at
all,
this.
though.
You're gonna tell me that is good conditions?
Hey,
That
it's
is
not
good
that bad.
That's
conditions?
after the freaking game, though. Like that's when it started pouring. That's when that guy freaking popcorn just started pouring down on him.
Hey, Debo slid like 15 yards, but it wasn't that bad.
Dude, it was good. Bro, the fucking cameras from TV were soaked in
Dude, actually,
water.
Art, you
We
should have
couldn't
seen that.
see.
One of the cameras was so fogged up and wet, it was rowdy.
I
see my
live for
man.
that shit, bro. I cannot
Oh,
believe you
God.
pulled up a picture. You fucking
Bro,
wild.
I
Dude.
wish you could pull up the clip of Debo getting hit and sliding like, wee. He slid like fucking 10 yards. That shit was crazy.
Art, when he got knocked, for pretty much every hit, it was fucking Jorge Masvidal getting knocked out by Kamaru Usman. That's how bad. Like the whole jersey got dry and then soaked again in every fucking hit. Like those jerseys were gone, my man. Like
It's because you were excited, Art. It's because you were excited.
It's because I was there, man. And I think at the end
your
of the day,
team got to
like,
win. Like I get your fucking excited. You
Yeah,
ain't gonna
but
tell me the weather did not affect it.
the weather was not the reason why
You're
we got the win,
fucking
though.
wild, bro. You
I'm
are
sticking to
fucking
that.
out
I
of
love it.
pocket.
This is why I
Bro,
love the panels.
I saw,
my
bro. I saw
God.
a video of someone at the game too. They put the Titanic music while the whole fucking stadium is flooding up, and they're fucking walking.
That's awesome.
I'm like, dude, how do you? Like you
That's
saying this stuff to me is fucking it blows
That's
my
good.
mind.
I love
I
it.
want you to dip your hands in fucking water and try to catch a football that is also
Bro,
wet, and
They had a
then
life.
do a dry football with a dry hand, and I guarantee you your ass is gonna be
Hey,
like, nah,
hey.
the water affected my fucking catch.
Be a
No,
mobile quarterback.
But word on the street is that they replaced one of the refs with a lifeguard in case anybody drowned. But I'm just we'll keep going.
Marco, reset your headphones real quick. I think the audio's cutting out a little bit. I don't know if y'all hear it too, but I'm hearing a little audio getting cut out.
No, don't worry about it. It's the weather. It's not affecting his head.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Any other thoughts we have on the game, guys? Like I said, I think Trey Lance needs some more.
Oh, shit, that was
Y'all
good.
fucked up. Y'all take it to
I'm just laughing. That was funny.
Y'all know not to invite me to these panels and just talk shit.
No, this is why I love it. Let's go. Panel up.
All right. All right, next one. We'll go straight into Marco's subject. You want to discuss Bucks at Cowboys. What are your thoughts, bro?
Cowboys are shit.
That's why you
That's
chose that
all we
game.
wanted to say.
That's,
I mean, I'm not mad at
that's
that.
your former team.
We're
Wait, that's all
logging
you gotta
off.
say? All right.
All
Anything
right,
else?
so let me go ahead and just talk real quick. Hey, cue the sad music. All right, there's no sad music. We'll cue it.
Wait,
Pretty much,
go on.
Dak once again disappoints the world, disappoints all of the Cowboys fans. And you know what? I'm kind of here for it, to be honest. Like, what else did they expect? Like,
Which one
what
of
do
you
expect?
crazy ass
I
motherfuckers
have been
put him on
seeing-
your fantasy?
Jose.
Oh yeah, he's definitely Jose. So
Yeah, Jose did.
I was hoping for a 2018 repeat. Shut up. Or 2019. You're a dumbass.
You were so happy on fantasy. You were like, yes, I got this win this
It
week.
was actually
Yeah, nope.
super
Hey,
excited.
I was projected to win.
Since we're on that subject, Trey, who'd you pick up? Who are you QBs?
Lamar Jackson.
And Josh Allen.
hey, that's a good tandem.
And then what's the rest of your team?
Oh, they're okay. We'll be all right. We struggled week 1, but we'll be all right.
All right, go on,
Could be
Marco.
worse, right? Could be raining.
No, just pretty much just talking about Dak. Look, I know there's a lot of slander getting thrown at him and deservedly so, but I think for the most part, for him to be getting paid that kind of money and to be performing the way he did in that first half, I'm not even gonna talk about the second half. Let's talk about the first half. Just alone. I'm not even gonna put in that maybe he was injured already. But it's some bullshit for real. Like, I think one, it's a management issue from the top to the bottom, and something needs to be renovated in there because they're gonna just keep losing. They're gonna keep losing. They're not gonna make the playoffs. If
It's
they
Jerry
do, they're gonna be a
Jones.
one-out.
It's the Joneses. It's the fucking
CD
Joneses.
Word on the street is that they're still looking for CD Lamb. Like, they're still actively looking for him. He's on the missing pages. I swear to God. And the only one that seemed to do okay was the person that everybody was slandering that had 52 yards for 10 carries, and that was Ezekiel Elliott. Why not keep running the ball if you know your quarterback is sucking it up? Like, he was doing well.
Not that great either.
But he was doing well enough. Like, you have a back there with some talent that's able to pick up some yards.
I mean,
You're talking about Leonard
right?
Fournette?
But he's
Fournette?
not that great. Like, if we're gonna be honest.
But I'm
Ezekiel
not
is
saying
that great.
I'm not saying he's as great as he once was, but you still have a strong running back that's able to pick you up consistent yards when you need it sometimes. I'm not saying he's lights out every day. I'm not even saying he's like a top 10 running back in the league. I'm saying he's someone that's going to be able to pick you up yards when you're not able to get anything going on offense. Leonard Fournette had 127 yards and 21 carries. That's averaging about the same as Ezekiel Elliott. And look at the way they used Fournette. Like, what I'm saying is, Dak is sucking it up. Why not run the ball more? Why stop running the ball? Like, that's my thing. It's like
because Mike McCarthy's a fucking dumbass
good
coach,
thing.
and he
Honestly, they probably would have
letting
still
him
lost the
breathe for
game
whatever
even if it
reason.
was close because he'd probably mess up something with time management. I'm serious. So it's all a shit show, and I think
not as bad as Nathaniel Hackett.
Cooper Rush coming in and Cooper Rush, like, fuck, put in my fucking high school right here, the fucking QB from here, and he could probably play better than Cooper Rush. So I think it's gonna be a shit show, bro. That's all I gotta say.
Okay, Stevie Wonder could probably play better. Anyone else got thoughts? I mean, it didn't look much different from a Brady game. Bucks did their thing. Cowboys were asked. I thought the Patriots looked bad, only scoring 7 points the fucking Sunday. Then the Cowboys scored only 3. It was like, what the fuck? I thought my team was going to be ranked at the bottom, but I guess the Cowboys said, we're going to beat you at that too. Anyone else got thoughts on Cowboys and Bucks? Like anything?
I mean, it's pretty much
I don't
spot
even
on.
like the Cowboys.
It just sucks to see Dak go out because I was kind of hoping for him to do something this year, but
So was I for fantasy purposes, but shit is shit.
and I still don't understand how Jerry's not willing to go after somebody. He could literally go after Jimmy G right now. But
Hey, Sean Payton as head coach next year? All right.
You know what? Cam Newton's right there too. Sign him up.
Nope.
It'll be worse than Cooper Rush, dude.
No, but then Jerry Jones is like, we're not going to put him on IR because I think we're going to get him back in 4 weeks. Bitch, it's a 6 to 8 week injury. What the fuck are you thinking?
They're gonna put a club in his hand.
Apparently. Hold on. We
Hey,
got some comments here. Hold
6 to
on.
8 weeks. Could be a lot of rain in that 6 to 8 weeks. You know what I'm saying?
Alex agrees with Marco. He is on the comment section. He says, over 5 yards a carry. Keep running the ball. And he corrects himself. Says keep. Alex, you're right. Fucking run the ball. You were doing good. I think what? The Bucks only scored 1 touchdown, passing touchdown.
that was a crazy ass catch.
The defense was fucking the defense was fucking good for Dallas. If any props we want to give to Dallas is that their defense was good. Micah Parsons got to the quarterback a few times. The defense was looking solid up until just the offense just not doing shit. I mean, it's not up until the whole fucking game.
Yeah.
Offense is not doing shit.
The defense got tired. You can't keep the ball long enough. You're gonna get your defense tired, and then they're not gonna be able to get to the quarterback anymore.
Exactly.
That's what happened.
All right. Let's go to Broncos at Seahawks. It was Russell Wilson's return. Russell Wilson, instead of getting all the cheers and the love and the adoration, he got booed the fuck out of the stadium by the 12s. No love, no respect to him. Trey, your thoughts on the game and seeing your Broncos taking the L to Geno Smith week 1.
First off, the fact as a fan in general of football, The booing is ridiculous, bro. That actually annoyed the shit out of me. Like, how do you boo somebody that took you to the Super Bowl twice and won one of them? You know what I mean?
Yeah, he didn't
Like,
cost you the second one. That was
that legitimately kind of pissed me off. As far as the overall game goes, I know there were a lot of emotions rolling for both sides. First things first, I want to say Geno Smith balled the fuck out. Where the hell has that dude ever been like that? Like, that was ridiculous, bro. He was throwing dimes left and fucking right. So that kind of blew my mind. And I'm going to bring it up. The controversy at the end, blah, blah, blah. As a Broncos fan, we should have called a timeout. That's where we messed up. The kick, I'm not mad about the kick. Brandon McManus has a fat leg. That dude can kick the damn ball. But I do think we should have called a timeout, talked about it, come to the conclusion of kicking it, and then gone from there. Because, dog, first off, fourth down is tough enough, but you have 4th and 5. That's a tough down and distance to be able to actually do something. So,
But you know what? With all we've been talking when it comes to the rankings and everything, we gave, Russell Wilson a top 10 ranking. All of us, we gave, most of us, not me, gave Judy and Sutton top 10, top 5 credentials for the fucking shit. Let's get the fucking ball in Russell's hands. $256 million. You don't put it in his hands to get.
I understand that.
Yards.
But so did you see the interview? The Broncos had a game plan. Their game plan was, with that little time left, if they get to the 46. So Coach Hackett said that him, Russ, and I think B-Mac talked about it. And they set that limit at 46. If they all got to the 46, then they were going to kick it. So what he was saying was, it was I think it was 3rd and long, like 3rd and 15 or something like that. And Javonte had that badass move that got him really, really good, closer.
And I think that's the biggest key. I think I would have done something with the running back.
I think we could have, and that's fine.
I think you should have gone. I get that that's the game plan, but at some point too, you guys say, you know what? This defense ain't really stopping us all day.
No, I understand that.
They haven't forced us to punt all day. Why am I going to go ahead and say now I'm going to go ahead and go for the kick? Yeah, my kicker can probably make that shit. He could probably, do great there. But I'm going to pay $256 million. I'm going to trade for this man to get his ass over here to bring us the championship glory. And then we said, nah, let's go with the game. Let's not even call a timeout at the 51 seconds where like he should have fucking
I agree to that
the whole time.
100% should have called a timeout. 100%.
So
but
I just think
my argument back to you is, if he would have made the kick, would anybody have said shit?
No, but he didn't.
Exactly.
So we're gonna say shit.
So that's my point. You make the kick, nobody says shit. Nobody says anything, right? You miss it. Oh, we should have gone for it. Okay, cool. We should have gone for it. On 4th and 5, we go for it and we don't get it. Oh, you should have kicked it. It's both fucking ways. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I'm saying. I'm not mad at the kick. I think he could have. He had the distance if you actually look at it, and it was just wide left a little bit for a fucking long kick.
So my thing is also, I get the 4th and 5. I agree. Like, if you have kickers, they have this thing where they set up. I have this point where I can make it from.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
But the farthest you get out, that's a least of a percentage. Now,
100%.
The argument is that percentage. Look at like analytics. Is a 4th and 5 easier to convert than converting a 64-yard field goal?
Yes, and again, that would have been my point.
I'm on for the kickers. Like,
yeah, but that would have been my point about calling
kicker Marco. Head on now.
You know what I mean? Like, that's why I think they should have taken the timeout to discuss it and be like, okay, we have 4th and 5. Is this the right move? I know we're at our distance, but should we go? You know what I mean? Because then that would have stopped everything.
My thing also with McManus, he missed the first one when they tried to ice him.
When Seahawks call a timeout,
he missed it left.
Yeah.
Why?
Shift your body right so you can get more power on it, and not miss left again.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. That kind of made me mad, but whatever.
No, and I agree. But again, my argument to everybody, and I have another thread with my other guys, and they were ragging on me. Ironically, 2 of them are Cowboys fans, so go figure on that. Whatever.
Fuck them. They can't make a touchdown.
My point is, one, again, if he would have made the field goal, would anybody have said anything? No, not at all. So now he misses it. Everybody's like, oh, they should have gone for it. Again, reverse that. If they'd have gone for it and not gotten it, everybody was like, oh, well, maybe they should have tried to kick a field goal.
Right, but
You
we
know what I'm
also,
saying?
but we also can't say maybe could have, should have, would have, all the
Exactly.
stuff.
It already happened. That's my
like,
point.
Regardless, we have to critique what did happen, right?
Exactly.
Like that's what we're going to critique. Now, Marco, or let me ask like Art or Jay because they haven't really said much on this one. After you see McManus kick it wide left on the iced one, do you say let's go ahead and kick again, or let's go ahead and put the ball in Russ's hands? What do y'all do at that point?
Go for it, Jay.
I mean, Marco's right? You kick it left, go the other direction. Well, that's just common sense.
Shift your body. Yep.
Like you shouldn't depend on Russ. I mean, he's a monster. I'll give him that. But if you're able to kick it, kick it.
He had the distance.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. He literally just missed it a little left. But I did see one interview with Sherman on his podcast that said he said that Russ isn't the guy to be able to call that timeout. So that's why
I saw that.
You saw that?
I saw that.
If you think about it in theory, it's kind of true. Like Peyton Manning would have instantly called a timeout. You saw his podcast; he was like this the whole time. He was like, "Come on, call a timeout." He would have called a timeout.
And if you saw
I don't
Russ,
know if
he was
Russ
like,
had that.
and if you saw Russ, I think he was waiting.
Oh, he was wanting to,
like
100%.
Yeah, he was waiting because he was like looking, and then you would like, and
that's why it was
time right off the
rushed.
clock.
Yeah, exactly. No, I agree. I think if they would have given him the reins at the end, he would have called a timeout, discussed it, and then we could have gone from there.
Well,
let me add that pull too. I think if he had that pull in that team, then you wouldn't have to worry about having to wait. You would just get that ability because if Brady goes to any team, he can call timeout.
100%. Brady, Breeze, Manning, all those guys.
I don't think Russ has earned that respect yet to do that.
I don't know if he has with the new coach.
I think he's corny.
I'm here to talk about his.
That's my biggest thing. You got to know he's corny. Now, if it was Pete Carroll and they had that bond still, then Pete would have probably trusted him. But Nathan Hackett's a new head coach, new team, new quarterback. It's a lot of new stuff.
But only one of them is a Super Bowl champion. Let's go with that guy. I'm just, that's my thoughts on that. And by the way, does everyone agree on the booing? Like, it should not have happened. Like, give me everyone agrees.
I'm sorry if you agree to that. You're not a fan of football. That's crazy.
No, I don't think you should have got a boost. No, you should. I don't think you should have got a boost.
No. I'm saying, but like as a fan, like that's so fucked up, dude. Now ragging on him and messing with him, cool, but booing somebody that's fucked up.
Especially that did you that well. Like, come on.
Exactly, bro.
So let me ask you this because I thought about it and I kind of wanted to bring it up for fun. What if I told you I didn't have a problem with it?
Then you're a piece of shit.
A lot of people already think that.
I got this box. I got this box, right? Whether or not affecting the game, that shit's going in there.
Jay, you know what?
You booing, that shit's going in there, and I'm burning that. Because both of those statements are wild.
You can burn.
We're deleting this podcast today.
So let me ask y'all this, and I'm gonna supply this a little bit for us because this is something that affected us. Russ for the last 2 years has been asking for a trade, right? He's been asking, per se, Team 3 has been asking for a trade to get out. His relationship with the owner is not good. His relationship with the coach is not good. He's been wanting out. He didn't get out the first time. They settled, whatever. He agreed to come back. Then he finally gets traded, yada, 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 and he gets booed, day one. Does that sound like the Claw? Does that sound like Kawhi Leonard? Does that sound like a guy who said, I'm not happy here. I wanted to get the fuck out of here, so trade me out?
Y'all are
complain. Oh, Jay, hold on. Calm your titties. Calm your damn titties. I'm asking you straight up. As Spurs fans, most of y'all who experienced it, is this almost not the same scenario? Is Sierra not Uncle Dennis?
Yeah, but I didn't boo Kawhi. I mean, it's
dick ride, bro. I swear to God, y'all dick ride. Y'all need to just let the man do his thing.
No, I'm asking though. Like, is this not that scenario?
I think,
okay, you might have not booed, but
I don't think it's the same thing because Russ at least was communicating to the franchise, hey, this is what I want to do. Because obviously the reports were coming out. Obviously he was having those conversations. Something was going on, right? He was communicating. Now, with Kawhi, that fool left and didn't talk. Didn't talk to no one. There's a difference, It's like
he didn't meet with Pop. To be fair, he did have a meeting with Pop.
You know,
So there you go. There's your communication. Y'all need to get off his dick and let him do
Yeah.
his thing. God damn.
So
Y'all
then-
motherfuckers are so salty for
so
every
I'm
little
asking-
fucking thing.
Jay, shut the fuck up. I mean, I've seen you play fucking anything, games, fighting, anything. You're gonna do the same shit. Shut the fuck up. I love you, but shut the fuck up. But I'm just asking. It's a simple question. Just a simple question.
I don't think it's the same thing.
You don't think
I
so?
think
You don't
it's-
think
either scenario. So
you don't think Seattle
Yeah.
feels that way? The different, it's not affecting us, right? Because that's not our team. With the Seahawks, we don't give a fuck, right? We have our own respective teams. But you don't think Seattle might feel that way?
It's the same scenario, man. Like that's the guy that like
Like
you thought you
Kawhi
were
won
gonna
us
be
a
building
title.
around.
Kawhi
Exactly.
won us a title, and
Did he win
most-
us a title though?
okay.
he
So then let's throw
contributed.
this one in there.
Very
When
big
Peyton went back to
contributor to
Indy
your
his
title.
first
He's a
time.
big contributor.
Come
Go
on.
ahead, Trey. Go ahead.
I said
Don't
if you're
disrespect
gonna
Kawhi.
throw those things out, Peyton went back to Indy his first time. Did they boo him?
He got cut.
Okay, but it's the same type of scenario. He still left the team and went to another
He
team.
got cut. He didn't request a trade. He got cut. He
So-
wanted to come back and stay. Brady
So
wanted
it's
to come
okay
back
to
and stay.
boo
They
when
were
you
cheap,
leave?
and they.
That's what I'm getting at. That's my argument.
When Tony Parker came back, I was there at that game. I
Boom.
didn't boo him.
That's a
But
good
you're
one.
dick riding
That's a good
every
one.
fucking Spurs player. Everybody dick
But that's a
rides
good
every
one.
Spurs
That's a
player.
good scenario because it's the same concept. He wanted out because he wasn't getting the PT. He came back. Nobody booed him. He won championships. Nobody booed him.
I think also Parker's situation was they didn't want to like you said, he didn't want to get the time. He wasn't going to get the time
Yeah,
because
so he wanted out.
they were trying to go on with DeJounte, which ultimately that fails. And I mean he's in Atlanta now, so
Okay,
but,
again,
but it doesn't mean
he wanted out.
But did he? Did
Yes.
Tony Parker want out?
He legitimately wanted out because he wasn't getting PT.
I mean, did he get that much PT in Charlotte?
I mean, I don't know. It doesn't matter to us.
I mean, no. I mean,
But
that's
I agree with that argument.
Didn't Baker get booed out too at the Panthers Browns game?
no, because it was at
Well,
the
that
Panthers.
Baker's kind of a piece of shit. But
No,
let's be
Baker
real.
was at the Panthers. It was
Yeah,
at
kind of a
Panthers.
douchebag.
So he didn't get booed. He got cheered. He got loved. If
You
it
know
was in
what?
Cleveland, he would have been booed. I'm just saying, like, for Seattle's sake, I'm trying to give them, like, a little
I think
bit
what
of defense.
Russ's
Is like
problem,
Kawhi situation. That's all.
playing devil's advocate, and I mentioned it earlier. I said Russ is corny. I'm gonna tell you why he's corny. Russ, when he was at Seattle, even in the last years that he was gonna potentially leave, and then even before he left, he was talking about, "Oh, I love this city. I'm gonna be here." Like blah 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 blah. He started talking up a storm, like he always does. He wants to look good in front of the cameras. He wants to be like.
Are you calling him fake?
Actually, I've seen a video that freaked me out.
Like,
Oh, good. Man,
He wants to be like, he wants this image portrayed of him, and you can see it like everywhere the way he talks. Maybe it is him. Maybe it is. Maybe he's just like naturally that corny. It's possible. There's a lot of corny people like that, like Tim Tebow. He's corny, but he's just like that. But for the
Are you
most
calling
part,
Christians corny?
that's so out of context. Out of context.
Cannot
Why?
believe
Why?
that
Why
that's
would
on
you
a
even say
podcast.
that?
I just said you went after two guys that are pretty much the same. They live off their religion, and you're calling them corny.
Hey.
Yeah, Marco,
I'm
I
not
thought
saying-
you were different, bro.
I thought
Chill.
Is that a cross around your neck?
Y'all taking it.
I thought the good Lord
I'm
showed me
Catholic.
the
It's
way.
different.
Damn, Trey, that was a
Oh, did you say Catholicism is? Oh no.
I'm Catholic. That's different. But anyways,
you're Christian. What the fuck are you talking about?
Hopefully that cross doesn't bring you.
anyways, excluding the religion stuff, I don't care about that. I'm saying the way you portray yourself. Tim Tebow, people come up and say Tim Tebow, hey, he's like that in person. Like that's him.
Yeah.
When you hear about Russ, you don't get the same thing. Did you see after the game? Did anybody go up to him besides
Yes.
DK?
Gino, DK,
Yes.
yes.
DK wanted his jersey, and he was like crying, talking to
Dude,
him.
he would refuse to sign a fan's sign that said "Let's cook Russ." He said,
Besides
"No,
them,
I'm not gonna do
go
that."
back and look at the tape. Go back and look at the tape. And
Everybody wanted to talk to Russ.
Yeah. He
Everybody.
went and said hi.
Go
He
read-
went
go
and
look
said
at it.
hi to
Oh,
the coach.
Oh,
Oh shit! No, but he went and said hi to the coach too.
You smack
Like they
yourself?
had their own little
Those guys,
talk.
right?
that was the only thing I heard before the game. They didn't talk, but I heard after the game they shook hands and everything. It was cool.
So from what I heard is that there was like 4 or 5 players that did go up to him, but the rest of them didn't. Like that's like that was like out there. So I don't know.
I saw videos of pretty much a shit ton of people going up to him.
I mean,
I don't know.
it is what it is. I mean, overall,
He's corny.
Russ got booed.
Well, actually, okay, hold on. I want to feed off of that.
Christian,
Have you
he's
seen the
corny.
video that this one guy was like, Russ is like a robot? So he runs out of the practice tunnel and he like puts his hand out to slap the fans, like high five the fans. It's a funny video, actually. So
No,
it makes
bro,
you
he
think like
goes
how
on.
robotic he is.
I forgot when it was, but he went on. I think it was when he was hurt from his finger last season. Bro, before he came back, he went on an empty field, empty stadium, ran his own drills by himself, broke the huddle, prayed, came back, broke the huddle again.
Robotic, bro.
He was looking around, nobody on the field, just him. Just fucking going by himself.
So what's the problem with that?
So is it because he prayed?
No, it's corny. Can you stop?
Corny.
Who was
So it's corny, but your quarterback is literally the young version of him.
Who?
Patricio
You're not a
Mahomes.
Chiefs fan?
He's the same. He's the same as him. How?
Patrick does do robotic things, bro.
What do you
Wait, how?
mean? He's
I wanna hear
fake
it.
in
Have you
front of
never seen
people.
him
What are you
run?
talking about?
Have you never seen him
How?
run?
How is he fake though? How is he fake?
Oh my
Jay,
god!
you gotta
Bro.
explain
You
it to him.
watch
No, no,
this-
no.
You
no, I
watch
wanna
this.
see-
Shut the fuck
explain
up,
it to
then. Shut the fuck up. Would you stop talking for 2 fucking seconds, and I'll tell you. God damn.
Go
You
for
see
it.
this dude interview. He's just like Russ. Oh, super fucking well spoken, right? Then you see him with another person, doesn't talk to him. You see him in front of watching a basketball game, doesn't talk to anybody. How are you gonna say that Russ is corny when he's the same fucking way?
That's not the same thing.
It's
Yes.
just because he doesn't put anything on TikTok, man. That's why.
Yeah, his brother though. If you want to talk about his brother, bro.
No,
I
we're
go all
talking
there,
about
100%.
him.
I don't know.
That's
I don't
fake
think.
as
I don't
fuck.
think Patrick's not to defend him or anything. I really don't care. He can be corny all he wants. He's fucking amazing. I'm not talking about that. Anyways, if you actually want to compare a quarterback that is corny, I don't think that's like the right. I don't think that's a good like argument for you to make. I think you can pick anybody else. I don't think he's a good one.
Because
Like
it's your team.
legitimately.
I just say he's robotic
No,
how
no,
he
I'm telling
runs. The way he runs.
because it's your team.
It looks like he has hemorrhoids, and I'm very confused.
No, I don't
by
think it's
what's
because of
going
my
on.
team. I'm legit like,
Yes,
like
hemorrhoids.
if Patrick was corny like his brother is, I would tell you right away, like, hey,
No, you
corny
would
be
not.
good.
I don't know
Well,
why
that's the
you're
thing.
lying to these people. You would
That's the
If
not.
thing.
you
His
know me, I
brother,
would.
his brother's not corny. though.
I've been
Like, his
around
brother's
you.
just stupid.
What do you mean? You would not say that shit.
I definitely would.
You definitely
We're
would.
so off topic right now.
Okay,
Anyway,
let's go back
Continue
to
on.
football.
Before someone screams at me again.
Shut the fuck up, Margo. Okay, I love you.
Well, don't ask me a fucking question and then keep talking as you ask me the
I was
question.
trying to tell
It's just
everybody to be quiet. I
retarded.
was trying to hear. Go.
Oh, okay. Yeah, all right.
All right.
Good stuff.
Before we go back to more booze on screen. All right, my topic was going to be Bills at Rabs. Champions lose on their home turf. They only scored 10 points. Bills look good, both sides of the field. They look like they had no problems moving the ball whatsoever. Say how I felt Denver was up until, the catastrophe. But Bills put on 31 points. It doesn't change my attitude, though. I think we all agree week 1 is an anomaly. A lot of shit happens that doesn't make fucking sense. I don't have Josh Allen and the Bills going to the Super Bowl. The make conference championship, great. But I think everyone hyping them up right now so much as they're being the guys because of how good they looked. I don't think they're still it. Now, obviously a lot of shit went on. Joe Burrow got his cheeks clapped by the fucking Steelers.
18
defense.
interceptions and still had like 19 fucking fantasy points.
He got sacked like 20 times. Like, come on, like that O-line still ass. Patrick Mahomes balled out. He didn't start 0-6 or 0-7 like someone here thought. And apparently the defense figured him out. Art,
Yeah.
Hey, at least I
Archie
can
Walker,
admit I was wrong,
You're
man.
out of pocket for that shit.
you said they figured him out
I said
for the last year.
I said I was wrong. At least I can admit I was wrong.
It's a
Good job.
different
Good job,
Patrick
Art.
Mahomes, right? He's looking
Exactly,
different.
Jay.
It's a little robotic.
Yeah.
He's
still
a
good.
robot, bro.
It's a different type of corny.
He's an
not
alien robot.
corn nuts, but like popcorn corny.
What?
I like it.
What did
I
you
don't,
just
like
say?
it.
I don't know. I don't know what that quite means, but I'll go with it.
It's corn.
It's corny.
Ah, okay.
Okay, I get it.
nice.
All right, nice.
We saw a lot of things. Y'all tell me. I don't think this Bills is still good enough to win the Super Bowl. I'll each of y'all give me your thoughts. I don't think they're still good enough, but that's
I
just
don't
me.
think so either.
I think they are.
I think they can go back, yes, personally. But again, week 1 was super weird because people haven't played in a while, so on and so forth. But I'm excited to see the next few weeks because that's when people start getting comfortable.
By week 4, we should know where they're at.
Yeah, exactly. So I'd say if they're still rolling by week 4, then they are again a true contender for sure.
So I think at the same time they had to get past their biggest threat, and that was the Chiefs. We've seen them choke against the Chiefs every time. So if they beat the Chiefs, then it's
But
into
in the
contention saying
postseason, it has to be
right.
the postseason.
But like that's when we would be able to say, okay, you know what? It is possible for them to make it.
Yeah.
But as of right now, I think they still have to figure out the running game.
It's still super early too in the season, obviously.
Yeah.
So
We'll see.
We'll see. Maybe the Rams could find a way to get back some glory, but that was a little bit of a humiliating loss for them.
Yeah, it
That's
started
a
getting
experience.
sus for sure. It looked like a good game at the start, and then Bills just started wearing them down, dude.
The Rams scored nothing in the second half. I mean,
Yeah,
nada.
I think Josh Allen is like, dude, that dude might be top 2
better than Mahomes.
in the league. Yeah, sometimes I do think so. I'm not
No.
gonna lie.
He is cold
The
though.
dude can run and he
Yeah.
bullies people. He has like
Dude, that stiff arm was disgusting.
Some people
he's
don't
so
like when
huge,
the
man.
quarterback
He's
runs, though.
He's freaking tall, man.
Yeah. I don't like when the quarterback runs first. That's what I don't understand.
No, so you definitely
Hey,
don't like Justin Fields.
I will admit, same as Art, I was semi-wrong. Lamar dropped some fucking dimes, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
I
That
know
one deep ball, that was beautiful.
Give me the 20.
Hey,
Give me the 20 right now.
I admit it. Now,
Give me
I
the
still
20
don't
now.
know if he's going to finish in the top 10,
Oh, he's
but I admit that he
He's
was
fucking wild.
fucking dimes.
We had our discussion about this. I'm gonna let you do it.
Dimes on Sunday, bro. It was beautiful. I ain't gonna lie.
Didn't you have him like 20th or something?
21.
21. Yeah.
21.
Okay, again, going back to that podcast, that was
It's all about
hating on
hate,
him, but I still don't think he's gonna be in the top 10. I don't. There's a lot of good fucking quarterbacks, bro. Think about it. There's
Like Kirk Cousins. He's
But I think
definitely.
Hey, bitch, you see your
Carson
top
Wentz.
on Justin Jefferson? Yeah,
Not like Lamar. Not like
Okay.
Lamar.
I know.
Come
He
on.
made Devin
Duvernay was
Duvernay.
fucking wide ass open, B. Let's be
Or
realistic.
Kirk Cousins.
He was dropping dimes down the sideline to JJ, catching them like, you know what I mean? Come on.
Because Justin
But
Jefferson
you,
wasn't.
you didn't pick up Kurt on your fantasy, right?
No, because it was like
Because he's not top 10.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
yeah,
not top
yeah.
10.
I picked him up.
I mean,
Yeah, who did you pick in your second round?
Lamar Jackson.
Lamar Jackson.
Okay.
And if I wouldn't have picked him up, Kirk would have been on the list, but he'd have been like 3rd or 4th round.
And you
third or
Later.
fourth round, get
That's
that.
too
I picked
fucking
him.
early.
Hey, it was
I picked
super
him
flex,
first in the
B.
fourth.
I'm trying to stack them
bullshit
flexes.
flag right there. I just threw the bullshit flag.
Hey, it's super flex.
Bro, where was that flag earlier?
I didn't want. I had one chance to throw it, and I want to throw it on Trey. Okay,
It's touche.
only
Why?
had one. Jesus. All right. Well, we reviewed a lot of games. We were hoping Alex would be able to hop on. He wanted to talk about the Bengals Steelers. I think he just wanted to brag that the Steelers won. He was the only one that picked them. But that was for anyone that saw that game.
Of the weekend.
The Bengals should have won. They should have challenged that touchdown that they didn't count as a touchdown at the 1 yard line. They would have won earlier.
What do you mean at the 1 yard line? He crossed the goal. Like,
Well, I'm saying what the refs called.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I'm saying that they
touchdown.
fucking Jamar Chase is fucking
That
amazing.
dude is goaded.
Alien.
He's fucking goaded.
T. Higgins will be out probably a week or so with concussion, so it's gonna make a more showcase for Jamar Chase. Let's go down with our week 2 predictions because y'all are freaking loco, fucking yelling at each other.
Oh,
and
I
all
got
that.
some shit this
Day
week.
1, guys. God damn.
Peace and
Good
love.
times. I got Alex's predictions. So game 1 is Chargers at Chiefs. That's gonna be a fun one, isn't it?
Mhm.
Let's start with Trey this week on that one. Trey, what do you got for Chargers at Chiefs?
I swear to God, Trey.
You already know. I'm going Chargers. I really, really want them to win.
Okay,
Especially at home turf. I just want them to
hold
shut
on.
the Chiefs fans
Hold
up. Marco.
Is that it? That's all? That's it?
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. I won't say
So
anything.
Khalil Mack will get another 3 sacks.
Dude, he went off, bro. Actually, like, look, he went
Scary.
off last week. So
Devontae Adams still went off too, to be fair. And Alex
No,
says
for sure.
TJ Watt was a madman until he tore his
To be
kidney.
completely serious, I think they can pull a rabbit out of the hat type deal. Like now, don't get me wrong. In my actual thoughts, I think KC will keep it. Obviously, they're at home, but I have a feeling that they might upset them. I really do, bro. Our division is so fucking weird because our back and forth, it's so complicated playing each other. Well, most conferences are, but our conference is stupid stacked. So
Stupid indeed. Marco, Chargers at Chiefs.
Chargers.
Chiefs.
Official pick?
Chiefs by like 2 touchdowns.
Okay.
Call the score.
Yeah, what's the score? What's the final score? 45 to
35-21. 35-21.
35 on the Chargers defense right now. Okay, I like it. Put 44 on Kyler Murray and that fucking weak ass defense. I like it. Art?
I'm gonna stick to my pick, man. I'm gonna go with the Chargers. I think they do pull the upset. And
He's
yet
like,
again, man.
Might not be 0-6 or 0-7, but it's gonna be 1-6 and 1-7.
Hey, I don't give a shit, man. I just don't. You know, I live with a Chiefs fan, man. Like I have to do that. Like I have to go.
That makes
back.
sense.
It's the same way, man. Just showing the Chiefs fan, man.
Is she saying fuck the Bears, let's go Packers?
She likes Mahomes, man. She likes Mahomes. That's the thing. So
that's a family team. It's all right.
Yeah.
Jay, for fun, I know you're not part of our predictions, pick'ems and stuff, but Jay, what is your pick? Chargers.
I'm not gonna be a hater regardless. I think the Chiefs is winning that.
It is at Arrowhead. I will agree and say Chiefs win that game. All right. Trey, Jets at Browns.
Wait, who did Alex have?
Oh, yes. Alex had Chargers.
Wow.
Dang, 3 out of 5, B.
No,
Who'd you have?
technically 3-3, but yes, 3 out of 5.
Well, yeah, I'm saying.
Who do you have? You didn't say yours.
Yes, the Chiefs.
Okay.
Jets at Browns. Trey.
I'm gonna go Jets.
Ooh, okay.
I think they showed some
Joe
swag.
Flacco still got it.
I think so, man. I was looking at the stats and everything, like deciding it because at first I had the Browns, but the Browns, if you actually look at their numbers, they didn't really do that much. Jacoby Brissett, Brissett, right?
Yeah, Brissett.
Yeah, he had like 170 yards, but if you look at Flacco, he had like fucking high 2s, low 3s. Like Flacco put up some fucking numbers, bro.
It's about Kareem Hunt and Nick Chubb, bro. That's what the Browns are
That's what I
about.
was saying.
Oh, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. But Chubb didn't really do shit. Hunt stole everything. So I'm going Jets, and I'm comfortable with that.
Okay. Marco?
I'm gonna go with the Browns. Same thing, running threat. Too much.
Man, so the Browns are going to keep winning and keeping Deshaun Watson happy on the sidelines while getting a massage. Art?
That keeps
Jets.
Jets? I broke Jay again. Jay, for fun, your prediction?
Me and Trey are in the same team right now.
Jets as well?
Wow.
Okay.
Who did Alex pick, man?
Alex picked the Browns.
I can't fucking believe you, dude.
Dude, on one of, I don't know which fantasy league it is in. One of them fucking named their team the Houston Massage Oilers. Dead ass. I'm not kidding.
It's a good one.
There's another one I saw on TikTok that said "Wax on, wax off." I was like, "Damn, that's good." It was a good one. I was like, "Oh shit!" My favorite though from TikTok. You ready for this? Hanging with Hernandez.
Stop.
Bro, I wanted to draft someone with Hernandez as the last name. Just that shit. I was dying with that one. That one was good.
My pick is Cleveland. I told you Alex picked Cleveland as well.
Wow.
Yeah, that was the best. TikTok's great.
Commanders at Lions. Trey.
I'm going Detroit. I think Detroit showed some shit this last week. Obviously, they didn't pull the win out, but I think I don't know, man. I'm not too good on Carson Wentz, bro. I don't know if I trust him fully, to be completely serious. Now, he has some talent around him for sure, but I don't know if I trust him.
Marco.
I'm gonna go with the Detroit Lions as well. DeAndre Swift, man, that dude's a menace.
Even Jamal Williams too, man. They're fucking good.
This will heavily rely on Washington's defense then, because there is at Detroit, but Detroit did lose their first home opener. Art.
I'm gonna go with Washington, man. I like what they showed, the weapons that they had: Dotson, Curtis, Terry, man, and the fact that they used Gibson, man, in that pass catching. I mean, he doesn't have the trust on it yet, but they're using them. So,
But that's
I
what
like
he's
they're
best
doing
for. Like, that's legitimately what Gibson's best for. And
Exactly.
I'll agree with you. I think Washington pulls it out. I think they're going to be now the sneaky good team. Jay?
You think Washington's going to be the sneaky good
Now
team?
that the Dallas Cowboys is pretty much out of the running for the next 8 weeks, I think so. Like,
That's
that leaves a good opening spot for someone to steal in.
I'd probably say Detroit on this one.
And so did Alex. Alex also said Detroit. Trey, Bucks at Saints.
Ooh.
It's gonna
Wait,
be a
who did you
shootout,
pick?
man.
I picked Washington.
Washington.
Oh, okay.
Do it because all of y'all said there's no way the Saints are gonna beat the Buccaneers in week 2. They all told me that. Yeah, no, change your mind.
Wait, what are you talking about? I'm saying Saints.
I know, but a few weeks ago when I said Brady is probably gonna lose in New Orleans, y'all were like, all of y'all went at me and said, "There's no way Brady's gonna lose to Jameis Winston. There's no way, bro."
The dude is like a walking concussion. Have you heard him speak?
Dude, I really want to know, like, legitimately, is he trolling the entire NFL or is he legitimately serious when he talks? Have you seen the interview?
You know the
He's
only
a
person
monkey.
the only
No.
person that understands him is Bobby Boucher.
But did you see the interview? He said something about being hurt, and she was like, "Where did it hurt?" Yeah, I was just pain
Everywhere.
all over.
It pain everywhere.
Like
Michael
what?
Thomas is like,
Back.
I think he's like that.
I know. Like that's what it makes me think of. Fucking Mike Tyson. I got a back pain. Spinal.
At least Tyson would kill you. Fucking, what is he gonna do? He's not
Oh
gonna
my God, dude! I swear I think he's just an ultimate troll. I really fucking do.
I think he's like that.
Yeah, like the W's, eating the W, like all that. Yeah, bro. I swear
think
that's
it's him.
troll.
I think
Yeah.
it's him.
You really think so?
I think it's him.
I really think it's
I
a
think
troll.
that's him, man.
Who knows?
maybe the laser eye surgery did more to his brain than we thought.
No, after watching him run through those pads and him getting knocked over, I cannot say that he's going to win anything. Get out of here. Go ahead.
Marco, Bucks at Saints.
I'm gonna take Tom Brady on this one. I'll take the Bucks.
Art.
I'm gonna take the Saints, man. The Bucks offense right now is hurt, man. Julio has a little knee injury. Godwin has a hammy, and you're just left over to what? Mike Evans, Fournette, and
Maybe.
Gage. So
But you got fucking God giving you.
Yeah,
Red
but see,
baskets.
okay. So my argument for the Saints is look what they did against Dallas. They had one touchdown that was a miraculous fucking catch. Other than that, it was field goals all day.
That's fair. I'll give you
Right.
that.
So
And that was against Dallas.
So
Now, don't get me wrong. Dallas's D is fucking good. Don't get me wrong.
nah, but Tom Brady looked
But-
pissed, man. He looked pissed at his O line. It looks like they don't have that connection right now.
their
So
their
They're
left,
hurt.
their left tackle got hurt.
Yeah,
He
they're
got
all
taken
hurt.
out, and then he got sacked the next play.
So
Jay,
that's my argument
for
for
fun.
You already know my answer. I'm not
TB.
choosing the Saints.
That's Tom Brady. Alex picks the Saints. This one's tough. I originally said the Saints. I'm gonna stick to it. I will, because I said this weeks ago. So I'm gonna.
Can I
stick
show
with-
something real quick?
Show me. Dallas Cowboys 2022 season, week 2. Halloween.
I saw one the other day, and it was like,
That's
"Oh, we're running out of
funny as
toilet
shit.
paper," and then they had like a bunch
Somebody
of Dallas
just
Cowboys.
sent me that, dude. That's great.
And
I
that's-
love the internet. The internet's fantastic.
All right.
Awesome.
And then Alex picked the Saints as well. So Marco's riding solo on TB. Well, with Jay, but again, Jay's on the pick 'em for fun. Trey, Panthers at Giants.
I'm going Carolina.
Still trying to get that Carolina division win. I see. Respect it.
I mean,
Marco.
I'm gonna have Part of me wants to go with the Giants just because.
No, you don't.
Yeah. Nah, but I'm gonna go with the Panthers.
Nobody does.
Hey man, they beat the Titans. Who would
That's what I'm
have who would have thought? Well, I mean, Arden Alex picked them, but are you gonna pick the Giants again?
Nah, I'm gonna go with the Panthers, man. I'm gonna like that matchup between Barkley and CMC though, but I think Baker looked good. I mean, he didn't look bad. It's just they outwit him. So
Jay, do I even need to say that you're gonna pick Carolina because you're not picking Daniel Jones because you already left him because he ruined your franchise forever? All right. It's like I don't need to respond. He said everything for me. Alex picked the Giants. I will go with Carolina. I think they're a little pissed off that they lost that game against the Browns. They want revenge, so they'll even it up. You know, it's also the Giants home opener. They're gonna choke that one. This one might hurt me. Pats at Steelers. Trey.
I'm going Pitt.
Marco.
Which one is it?
Pats at Steelers.
I'm going Steelers.
Art.
I'm gonna go Steelers, man. Trubisky didn't look as bad as.
Actually, I was kind of impressed with how bad he didn't play compared to what I thought he was going to be.
He's not a bad QB.
That
Like,
O-line was still bad, but yeah.
being in with the Bills, man, helped him out. So I like the way that he threw. Like yet again, he was getting his reads, and he wasn't running the ball, man. Like he wasn't going off.
He was pretty cool, like calm and collected. So
Jay, for fun.
Sorry, Jose. I gotta go Pitt, bro.
It's okay. Alex did the same thing. I will not let this be a sweep. I will be the loader. I will be the loader.
You, gosh damn.
Imagine this is the only game that you need, and you end up losing all of them just because of this fucking game, dude. This is gonna be the one.
Or what if this is the one I need to win and I win it?
Yeah.
Jose won't back down. Win or lose, he'll still run.
Here's the thing. Mac Jones does not have to deal with TJ Watt.
Yeah, he
Yet
only
again,
has to
he
do
has
with 3
muscle
coaches calling
spasms.
plays.
Dude, that does suck though, man. About TJ.
TJ Watt was probably on his way back to being Defensive Player of the Year after that performance.
He could have.
but-
He did.
Who's calling plays, Jose?
Huh?
Who's calling plays?
I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna ride and die with this team.
All-
I don't give a
all of them?
fuck. I hate Matt Patricia. I hate Joe Judge. I hate Bill Belichick's sons. I hate them all.
He hates the damn dog.
But I am riding with my team no matter what. All right, Trey. Colts at Jaguars, man.
I'm going Colts.
Thank God.
I like the Jags, but I like the Colts more.
Hey, Trey. I know, Trey. Jay, I picked the Texans and they almost pulled that shit off. If it wasn't for the damn tie.
Wow.
Marco?
I picked the Colts. I think they'll look a lot better.
38-year-old Matt Ryan. What about you, Art?
I'm gonna go with the Jags, man. I'm gonna call this one the upset. One of the upsets of the week.
Okay.
I think the Jags look composed, and Kirk did not look half as bad as he's looked with the Cardinals, man. So
Yeah, it's Kyler Murray. Fucking bitch ass always on Call of Duty, never fucking studying the damn playbook, getting sacked because he's not fucking looking to his right, knowing the fucking safety's coming for that blitz. Dumb
dumbass,
bitch.
man.
Oh my god.
Oh,
I don't think you like him.
I don't like Kyler Murray. You spoiled ass
Kyler
motherfucker,
Murray.
bro. He's like, give me my pay grade or else I'll sit out and play Call of Duty. No, I don't want to
Disrespected that man's name and everything.
I know.
Like
What's he
it.
play for? Arizona? Please. Fucking Suns owner got fucking suspended for being a fucking racist. So you think I care? I'm gonna agree with you, Art. I'm gonna say Jacksonville. I'm gonna say fucking. They have no defense. They have no D hop. I'm gonna go with Jacksonville. Jay, what say you?
You already know, bro. It's Colts, homie.
All right, you can say Colts. I don't care. And freaking Alex picks the Colts too. Sure. Maybe. I don't care. Trayvon Walker, sack fucking, Matt Ryan. All right. I want everyone to hit Kyler Murray so bad I almost said his name instead. Anyways.
Okay.
Trey, Dolphins at Ravens.
I'm gonna go Fins.
Hater.
I think the Baltimore Ravens do good, but I think the Dolphins have a little bit of swagger going on with the whole, Waddle,
the offense only
Tyreek Hill.
scored 13 points. The offense only scored 13 points. Do they have
I'm
that
saying
score?
the way they started to move the ball. I'm not saying they were perfect, but they started to move the ball.
Marco?
I think Baltimore wins.
Art?
Gonna go with the Ravens.
Jay's gonna say Ravens. So I'm gonna say Ravens as well. And Alex picks the Dolphins. So Trey's not alone. Falcons at Rams, Trey.
Rams.
Okay, come on, Rams.
You say that, but the fucking Falcons scored more points. Marco, Sam?
Rams, yeah.
Art?
Let's get the Rams.
I'll agree.
I thought you were about to say the Falcons.
No.
Hell nah.
I think the Rams were embarrassed last week, so I don't think that'll happen again.
And the Falcons are just used to embarrassment. Fucking pokers.
Did you see the stat about how much they? Oh my god!
Well, I posted how many games. I posted how many games.
Man, it was bad.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's crazy, dude.
Jay, for fun.
Come on, dude.
Just answer the damn question. It's like you're asking
Ironic, he doesn't answer the question, and we still know who he's talking about. That's the funny part.
Clean sweep. Rams.
It's like,
sweep. Alex picked Rams.
Come on, dude.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Let's go. Continue.
All right. Well, this
children.
one's definitely not a clean sweep. I already know what Art's gonna pick. Seattle at San Francisco.
San Fran.
Marco.
Niners.
Seattle. Art. Right.
I'm gonna go with the Niners, man, but it's gonna be a close one. It's not gonna be a fancy looking game though.
Maybe it's dry weather and
it's the weather, man. It's the weather has nothing to do with it.
Apparently,
Tsunami.
let's show the folks how the weather does not affect us.
Exactly, man.
You brought it back. I don't know what's worse, this or the fucking Kamara shit. Oh my god.
What do you mean?
But you put the Usher song behind Kamaru's face. That shit was wild.
I picked the Niners as well. Alex picked the Niners. Jay, Niners?
The Niners.
All right. Bengals at Cowboys, Trey.
I'm gonna go Cow Bengals. Come on. You didn't think I was that bad, did you? Come on, Jay. Bengals, bro.
Thank God. Bro, I'm not gonna lie. I would like
their defense is solid again, but I do not trust the offense at all.
All right. Before we go, Jay, I want you to hear this. Alex picked the Cowboys for an upset. He's in the comments. If you got something to say it now.
Alex, bro.
I'm gonna take a nap
What
on
the
this
fuck,
one.
Were you watching the same game?
He's against the Bengals. He hates the Bengals. He hates Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase.
Yeah, he doesn't have them making the playoffs, right?
Nope.
No, he doesn't even have them making the playoffs.
No.
Crazy.
I don't think we'll ever see Joe Burrow throw that many interceptions ever again.
No, I think he will, especially with that O-line. But,
Not one game. Good God.
Not five, bro. Not
Four.
five, bro.
You see him throwing another 4 in a game? You're crazy.
Yeah.
Now, he will throw interceptions. That shit happens. But
He's a risk taker, so I could.
again, the fact that he threw 4 interceptions and still had 19 fantasy points is fucking stupid.
I mean, they should have won.
Why did he have those fantasy points, Trey?
Well, first off, he should have had another 4 from that last touchdown. Didn't count.
It's fine. But why does he have?
Because he's cold. Joey Ice, bro.
Hey, cool.
What
does he got? What does he got?
Your swag, bro.
Yeah,
What kind of swag? What kind of
He's
swag?
cold, bro.
Everybody asks, okay, who can pull it off? And they always say Joe Burrow can pull anything off. Let's be real.
He's cool. He's cool with it, bro.
I mean, he's
Marco,
cold,
your
bro.
pick?
I'm sorry. I'm not a homie out there, but the dude he's cool.
I'm gonna go Bengals.
He holds it down for the right people.
Same Bengals.
He's cold. That's it.
Cooper Rush is not beating Joey Burrow. I'm sorry.
No. And if he
Alex
does,
has a
I
response. He
will,
says Bengals can't protect Joe Burrow. Well, the Dallas Cowboys can't fucking score.
Score.
Cooper Rush
obviously
move
the
the
Cowboys
ball
can't
at
protect
all.
their quarterback. Let's
It's
be
gonna be a
real.
0-0 game.
He's all, I just hope they get safeties the whole game. Okay.
Didn't Cooper Rush fucking go for negative yards?
Didn't
Like, what are we
Dak get
talking
hurt
about?
because of his line?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Alex, I don't
man.
know. You're way out of field for that one, bro.
He's like high fiving the
Yeah,
helmet. It's like, oh, that's good for the team.
Twice.
All
I guess
right,
the
guys.
Cowboys defense is like the
Twice.
only argument, but
I already know Jay's answer for fun. It's definitely gonna be Cowboys. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, for sure.
And then he says he threw 3 interceptions against the Bears last year. That was last year, and he still went to the Super Bowl. Where were the Bears?
And should have won the Super Bowl, in my opinion. That's just my opinion.
I mean, I know that's a shot to you, Art. You know, I'm not trying to, but it's like, to be fair, like the Bears didn't go to the playoffs, and Joey
Yeah.
Ice went to the Super Bowl. You know, it doesn't matter. Like one
Nope.
game does not define the guy. Like that's the
for
thing.
sure. While the Bengals are in the playoffs again, the Bears are still going to be cleaning up all the water off the field.
It doesn't matter.
Bro, what it doesn't matter, man. That's what I'm talking about.
Y'all don't
It doesn't
listen, bro.
affect the game.
Doesn't matter, man.
If you think this affects the game, you out of your damn.
It doesn't.
Stop.
It doesn't, man. It was a freaking football pool, man.
I
What are you
swear
talking
to
about?
God, if you bring up that photo one more time, I'm gonna lose my shit. There it is. I should have known that trap.
Stop.
It's a slip and slide. It's not
I'm
supposed to
waiting
be
for
a
you.
football field.
Jay, I'm waiting.
You ever
for you to
seen
be like,
Dickie
shut the
Robert?
fuck up.
You ever seen the movie Dickie
God,
Robert
man.
with the slip and slide without the water? Yeah, it don't matter, bro.
Oh man.
Still fun.
Doesn't matter.
That's great. I love it. I love
All right.
this channel.
Texans at Broncos.
Skip. You already know my pick.
I'm gonna go Trey on that one.
Skip. Okay. So it's a
There's no way. There's no way we get embarrassed twice.
Hey, the way that defense looked though, what's his face?
Well, I'm fucking sad because we lost Simmons for a couple weeks. So that sucks.
You'll be all right,
I
bro.
think it's
Be all
I
right.
think it's gonna be a closer game than people think,
You think so?
but I think it's gonna be the Broncos.
I think there were just too many nerves week one, bro. Like, think
And
about it.
two
Our
of these-
starters never really played the preseason.
Art upset call.
The little
Upset.
ponies, man.
Oh,
The
Oh,
Bulls.
the Denver Broncos. Okay, so not the Bulls, not the little Texans. All right, Jay, for fun.
I told you already. I'm going with Trey.
Okay, sorry, wasn't listening. He was yelling at me because I did this. I'll agree. I think Russ gets his win. I think he's happy. He's in his new home field. So
At home. Exactly. Yep.
Time to shut up the fans.
That's right. Shut up the fans.
Wow.
The dogs agree.
Cardinals at Raiders. Oh, and Alex agrees with us. Clean sweep for the Broncos. Cardinals at Raiders.
Cardinals and Raiders. I'm going to go Raiders.
Marco?
Raiders.
Jay, Raiders. Right? All right.
Yes,
Art,
sir.
Same.
I said the Raiders, and because he picked them in the playoffs, he's going to say the Cardinals. He picked the Cardinals. Alex picked the Cardinals. He's that guy. Hey,
It's okay. It's okay.
He's tied for first
Adam's
in
just gonna cook
predictions.
that ass, bro. It's all good.
He is.
He's
He
tied
is.
for
Gotta give
first.
him respect. Gotta
Yeah,
give him
so-
respect. You're right.
He's up by 1, but
Only this
he's
week
up
though,
there.
because I think he's gonna trash it this week.
Oh, well, then you're going to love this one. Bears at Packers.
Oh fuck no.
Trey?
Can I hear his pick first?
Bears.
I'm going Bears too, actually.
Oh, no.
I'm going Bears. Dead serious.
Marco?
There's no way. There's no.
I'm serious.
Where are they playing? Where are they playing?
It's in Green Bay.
It's in
It
Green
doesn't
Bay.
matter. It doesn't matter where they're playing. Aaron Rodgers is winning.
It's not going to be this.
Stop.
Oh, my God.
Trey, you're out of pocket, bro.
I'm really good. Like, legitimately, I would show you my screen if I didn't have to turn my shit around, but I'm here. Look.
All right.
So you don't even have to. What's
Mark.
the reasoning? I just want to hear it.
Yeah.
Just because I'm
Hold on.
curious.
Well, I'll hold it up while I announce
Oh,
the reasoning.
What's your reason? Yeah, he picked them.
See which one's circled?
Yeah, he picked the Bears. Okay.
My reasoning is I did like the way Justin Fields played. I think he played a little bit more calm. Obviously, the weather conditions were not, important because it didn't matter.
Facts.
My boy.
No, but I really think that he played decently. I think they have a lot of weapons.
The second half.
I don't trust Now, Aaron Rodgers, obviously, trust him. Aaron Jones, cool. I don't trust anybody else. I really don't. Dude, he had receivers dropping the ball left and right. That one wide open down the sideline dropped through his fucking hands. I think Rodgers is pissed off at his people, and I think that's going to show. I
think he's going to start throwing some fucking dots. He's going to
No, Jay, the thing is, he will throw dots. Nobody's going to catch those dots. That's what they're saying. They won't catch them again.
That's my legitimate reason for choosing the Bears.
Devontae Adams, week 1, had more receiving yards the entire Packers receiving core.
Exactly.
Because he's fucking cold.
He is cold, but that's because
Aaron Rodgers is cold too, and they made him look like a bitch.
So they're the Bears.
That's why I'm going the Bears.
So Marco,
I'm going with the Packers. There's no way in hell. There's no way in hell Aaron Rodgers is going to.
That's the exact same thing you said about the 49ers, man. But I'm going Packers.
Yes.
Like you're saying, okay. So the fact that I said the weather thing, nah, dude, shut up. Like, you talked your shit already.
It's fine. I agree.
Dude, shush. Just let other people talk.
Okay,
man.
Go.
The fact that the weather, like, yes, it rained. It was a fucking monsoon. I get that. They both play in the same conditions, though. Field play better. The defense was actually good for the Bears.
The field didn't play better. But continue.
Fields play better than Lance. So
second half,
I'm calling the Bears upsetting the Packers just because of the defense, and I think Rodgers is gonna get frustrated again. That's my thing. And I'm gonna ride with my team, man. You ride with yours.
All right, can I not shut up now?
You can unshut.
Bro, you want an honest answer, or do you want me to just say
at the end of the panel, can I shut up to be a part of the game?
Yeah, you can go ahead too. And like,
I'm gonna wait later though.
Y'all can also shut the fuck up, Ryan. Go ahead.
You can unshut.
4 panels have told you to shut up already.
Let him unshut already. Go, Marco.
No, I think Green Bay. I don't think those receivers are gonna drop balls like they did. I think those balls that he threw, yeah, there was like many of them. Like I don't think the same thing's gonna happen. I think they're gonna click on all cylinders. And you're talking about a back-to-back MVP losing against the team he owns. It's not gonna happen. I'm sorry. Like honestly, I would actually kind of root for the Bears if just
the Bears are rooting against you.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, no, I don't think there's a chance there. I mean, okay, there's always a chance at football, but I don't think Rodgers would let that happen.
That's what Russ said against Seattle.
I did that.
Oh, Jay, for fun. Packers. I have a tough time seeing. I have a tough time seeing Chicago winning back-to-back games this season. I'm gonna roll with the Packers, but I think they win by like 2 points. I don't think it's gonna be a blowout. I think it's like a last-minute field goal. I think it'll be like the defense is gonna have to carry. Yeah, Alexander's gonna have to fucking step up. You know, all those guys are gonna have to step up, and I think if they just barely edge it, and then he could be like, "See, guys, I still own them. Pat McAfee, I still own them. I did it for the brand."
Maybe they should throw water on the field.
Maybe, man. Nah, man. But it was last year's game. It was a close game, though.
I like when you get
No, but like last year's game was close. It was 30-45, and that was with no game plan for Fields. This year they have a game plan.
How was the second game? The one where he owned them.
The first game was 14-24 Packers.
Okay.
The second game was the 45-30. The first game is when he said he owned them.
That's not close.
What do you consider as close?
That's not close.
Like it was a good game. Like it was a close game, and then they took it on the fourth quarter, man, without a game plan for Fields, though.
Art,
now they have a game plan.
That's not close.
Art, I think it's my turn.
Your turn for what? To talk? You always talk, man. It's okay.
Art, no, I'm not gonna talk. I'm just gonna tell you to shut the fuck up. Hey, let's continue. Next one.
Man, Alex is right. When you get mad, man, you're corny, man.
Y'all are weird.
You're cute.
But that's
y'all are weird. All right.
Y'all are weird.
Fucking cute, man.
Titans at Bills, Trey.
I can't.
Monday Night Football.
You go Bills.
Bills, okay.
That's actually, I think that, man, I think it's like a good game, but I think the Bills are just too stacked, bro.
Marco, Titans at Bills.
I'm gonna go Bills.
Art?
I'm gonna go Titans. I think Henry does the same thing that he did to them last year. He needs to put up those yards again.
After that
Or
horrible
he gets
showing
trucked like he did at the Giants.
that could
Could
happen.
be.
I'm okay with either way, to be completely serious. So
It's gonna be a good game.
I think so. I think it really will. Tennessee didn't really do too much this past week. They did okay, but I think they're gonna ball this next game. I think it's gonna be a shootout.
And I want to go back to what Art was saying, that it was a very close game with the Bears at Packers. You know, they were up 27-21 at the half, and then they only scored 3 points the rest of the game. It wasn't that close. Rodgers still owned them.
Dude,
Rodgers still owned them. I'm just saying, like come on, like we can't call
when Marco talks, the fucking Chiefs suck. When Art talks, the Bears suck.
When did I say the Chiefs suck? Hold on,
Bears, bro.
when did I say that? I wasn't 0-7 over here.
I don't know. I'm just trying
Hey,
to get
I'm gonna shut the fuck up, dude.
He's like, do Trey's like this? Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
No,
trying to stir the ingredients, bro.
shut the fuck up.
Just watch the Broncos get upset by the Texans.
The Seahawks.
Hey, it could happen, dude.
The Texans
First of
out.
all,
Changing my pick.
anything can
Andrew
happen.
Grant.
Let's be real.
Andrew Grant.
Hey, you want to
Jay,
change your pick, Jose?
I'm
I
asking
think
Jay.
he change his pick. He says he's gonna pick the Texans to beat the
I'm not
Broncos.
that stupid. I'm gonna fucking go Broncos. I'm not stupid. I'm just being dumb.
Thank you.
Jay, Titans at Buffs.
I'm gonna go Buffs. I do. It's hard, but
I agree. It's a tough one to
I
pick.
think if Derrick Henry had shown he was in beast mode already, I would feel more confident saying Tennessee, because they did beat them last year. What a goal line stance by the Titans defense, to be fair. But I'm gonna go Buffalo on this one.
I just feel like if you just kill Henry, it kills the morale of the team.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So
Especially-
if you stop
especially Robert
Henry
Williams
3
dropped
times
him.
in a row, I think it's a wrap.
And then Alex picks Buffalo, so Art stands alone on that island.
Solo dolo, baby.
And the final game of the week, Vikings at Eagles.
I'm going Vikes.
This is gonna
They
be
were
good.
too fucking cold last week, bro.
But these are gonna be good. Marco,
Vikings.
Art,
Vikings.
Jay, for fun.
Vikings.
I'm gonna say Philly.
Ooh. I mean, I'm okay with that choice. I don't like it, but I'm okay with it.
Philly was good. Now the defense, obviously, they let Lions get back into the game, right? Even though they were winning by, double digits most of the time. But other than that, I mean, I think Philly's looking nice, and this is going to be their home opener. So, and I
That's
honestly,
gonna be a really good game.
I don't know history stats. I think most recency, is Vikings struggle with the Eagles. So I'm gonna go
They
with the Eagles on this one. So,
Nice.
and Alex agrees with me on that one. So that's week 2.
Hey, we could do the total points for the Vikings versus Eagles though as a tiebreaker.
For what? In case? Okay,
Yeah,
we'll do that.
We had it happen this past week. So.
Well, there's 2 Monday Night Football games. So, okay, we'll do that for Minnesota versus Philadelphia because we'll think that one's a more closer game. I assume that's what we're going to be thinking.
That or the Titans one.
It might be. They're going to
I
be
don't know,
2
I'm just
good
going off
games.
my ESPN.
My ESPN says
Those
to
games are gonna
shut
be
the
good.
fuck up, guys. All right. Well, that was a fucking long episode. We're already 2 hours in. Y'all got any final thoughts before we head into week 2? Anything to go by?
I'm just gonna go to the Packers game, man, and just drop some water on the field.
It'll be enough. It'll be enough.
Bro, football's officially back. Week 1 was fucking weird as shit.
It's gonna
I
start-
just hope they don't have drains.
The
Look at
game,
that.
the game's gonna start like this, unaffected at all, and then Aaron Rodgers is gonna end up like this.
No, I'm excited, man.
All
This
right,
week
so
starts to get real.
week 2, man, where a lot of emotions and everyone, all my friends say Pats will start 0-2. Great. Thanks, guys. Thanks.
Hey, my team could start 0-2 as well, so it's all
You
good.
could, but no one's betting that. No one is truly betting that.
Just saying weird happen. So
That's true. All right, guys. Well, y'all can find us all on Instagram at Puro Pinche Sports. Find us on TikTok as well at Puro Pinche Sports. And on Twitter, find us on Pinche Sports Pod. Art, thank you for being here. Marco, thank you for being here. Jay, thank you for being here. Trey, thank you for being here. Alex, shut the fuck up. Get off the comment section. Get your beautiful, sexy ass on this damn video call. Stupid. Anyways, guys, we are Puro Pinche Sports, and we are out.